Press record. Press record. Yes, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. My name is Andrew Kiba. This is Morning Wood only and exclusively on www.rogueradio.live. Kamakawa. In this biatch, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. I am in the house. Where you are only. What you're doing. What you're doing only so late. Some of you are still in bed waiting to be woken up by your nyanya. Is your nyanya going to wake you up? Is your grandmother going to be given the job to wake you up every time? Is that what it is? Well, it is what it is, man. Jump in here. Let's have a discussion and a half today being the 31st day of the year. The last day of the year. You never thought you'd make it, right? I know all these things are ceremonial and many of them don't even make sense. But what is what it is? It is what it is. And we shall enjoy the days based on the way they come to us. It is good to see all of you. I see my streams are getting healthy. 7 a.m. is, I know many of you are not going to work today. The ones who are going to work are probably on your way to work. It's good that you've joined me so early. It's good to see all of you up in this biatch. You know how we do 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. We get in here, discuss anything and everything. Do not come here with feelings. By the way, do not be here with feelings because feelings will have you crying. Feelings will have you in your... You might not survive. You might not survive 2 hours of feelings. So if you have feelings, what you do is put them in a nice paper bag, tie up that paper bag with some industrial strength rubber band and put it up your ass because nobody gives a shit about feelings. We discuss facts, reality, and everything else in between, but not feelings. So don't bring your feelings here. Let us have a good discussion this morning. Remember, this is Rogue Radio, doing this every morning, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. My name is Andrew Kibe. I'm your host with the most. Where did I hear that? All right. Listen to the topic of the day. Listen to the topic of the day is dating a woke woman is a bad idea. It's not even a question. Dating a woke woman is a bad idea. There are many things that are bad. There are many things that you will do and make mistakes in your life. But dating a woke woman should be on the list of 100 things you should not do. Should it be? Well, we shall know that. We shall discover that this morning as we get into this discussion. You're on www.rogueradio.live. Some of you, I see you're on the Twitters, jumping in there quick, fast, mine are slow. Dating a woke woman is a bad idea. Being a Friday, being the last day of the week and being the last day of the year, I want us to open this, close this year with some good vibes. Take it up a notch. Good vibes. Okay, not like good vibes. Like the songs must be full of energy. Now, in tribute to this guy who's in our country right now, what's his name? Conscience. Oh, Conscience had a beautiful song called Gala Gala Bubble. Today I want us to play all ragamuffin, not reggae, ragamuffin. If you remember some good old school raga, get in touch with me. My number is 0712-915-936. Send me your ragatone or ragatune, and I will play it for you, play it for myself. Most of these songs are for me. But 7 a.m. to 7:30, 254 time, we get in here. And shit, like we're going crazy, man. This guy is in Kenya performing today, one of the Energy Radio. No. Come on. Do not just jump to the next song like that. Like I ain't shit. Like I ain't doing this shit here. What's wrong with you? Welcome to the show. In the 254, the time now is 7-something. Let's say it 7-something because it's not important. We do this between 7 and 9 every morning, 254 time. It could be in +1, +2, +44, plus whatever you are. Just jump in here. Don't bring feelings. Dating a woke woman is a bad idea. Is that a question? Is that a statement? Morning Kibe, always tuned to the morning show. Great topics as usual. Raga song, King of Dancehall by Beanie Man or Galangal by T.O.K. This is Locha or Loka. I've never known how to pronounce that name. Welcome to the show, brother. Listening live, my brother. Today we bring violence like never before. Woke woman manye. It's like I revised on this shit. This is Gift Darrell. It's one of those things, man. Have you ever encountered a woke woman? Sometimes when we have discussions here, you find that a lot of the women who come to contribute and the ones who have the very different opinion from real men are the woke women. The ones who don't even want to admit that they are women, those are the woke women. These are the ones we're talking about. Is dating a woke woman a bad idea? I will be giving you that story in a bit. We're playing some old school ragamuffin just to get the Friday going. Remember, this is the 31st day of the year. Of the month of December, meaning it's 31st of the year. So a lot of celebrations are going to be happening over this evening. This night, wherever you are, just know 31st, end of 31st, there are going to be celebrations, going to be fireworks, going to be drinking, there's going to be a lot of fucking. Just be careful, my friend. Do not get anyone pregnant. Do not get anyone pregnant. Do not misbehave this 31st. And you say, shit, I was drunk. Imagine, I was drunk. I didn't know. Do not get any late, do not allow any late, how would I say it? Don't let those last minute dates come into your inbox. Just block that shit. Block those people. No last minute meetings, no last minute plans. No. If somebody had not been planning with you before, then today is not the day. They're already late. They are already late. They should have planned before. How does someone just call you today? It's the 31st, bro. What are you doing today? No, I'm busy. I'd rather be in the house plucking my foodies. Welcome to this wonderful show, Kamakawa. We are doing this with a reggae. Oh, yes. You guys know, you know how it's about to go down. You know how it's about to go down. Is dating a woke woman a bad idea? This is not even a question. Is it a statement? I don't know what it is. Everyone is jumping onto this one quick fast saying, I am ready. I am ready. In my own definition, woke means angry. Woke means angry. Have you met those woke women? Angry. Angry. This woman is pissed off at the world and most importantly, at the man. Is dating, no, even let's not say is. Dating a woke woman is a bad, horrible, nasty idea. Well, jump onto this one quick fast. My name is Andrew Kibe. This is Morning Wood only on www.rogueradio.live. If you're lucky enough, you're on my spaces on Twitter. There you can join in the discussion. My number is 0712-915-936. I have another few minutes. We can get in some good tunes in there. Give me a song you want to listen to. An old school tune, old school ragamuffin tune. Old school ragamuffin tune. Who's one? Locha or Loka said he wants Wrong With Me. This is a fantastic morning. This is happening here on www.rogueradio.live. Wherever you are around the world. Remember, we're operating on +254 time. Please Google that. If you're not a Kenyan, 254 means Kenya. You may be in South Africa, you may be in Ghana, Cameroon, you may be bleaching yourself in, what do they call it? In the DRC, just bleaching your shit. You may be in Nigeria. Wherever you are around the world, welcome to the show. It's good to see you. The streams are looking healthy. My peeps on tweets, or my tweets are looking good. I see. I have some requests already. Remember, we're going to start with the top requests, Kamakawa. Well, if you have requested, I shall have you speak and give me your 2 cents, 3 cents, whatever. It's important. The show is Morning Wood. I am your host, Andrew Kibe. We do this every morning, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. And sometimes we extend. Being the last day of the year. Let us finish it with a bang. I don't mean go look for a woman and just bang the shit out of her. That is not important to me. That is your own personal preference. But let's finish with a bang. Why we should not go into the 2022 looking at woke women, because woke equals angry. You never ever want to touch an angry human being, because that angry human being is going to put you in shit. Woke means angry. Have you ever had the woke brigade? They call the woke brigade. The woke brigade. If they were to come here right now, bro, you're going to see that. Woke equals angry. Why you should not date a woke individual? Why dating a woke woman is a bad idea. I have a few more minutes. Let me just play 2 more songs. Then we jump into this one quick fast. As usual, I love my ragamuffin in the 254 today, courtesy of Energy Radio. My buddy Kev Muley, they have managed to bring in a guy called Conscience. Conscience is going to be playing this night. I hope you guys just go in there, do your thing, enjoy yourselves. No restrictions, no nothing. Just dunda like the world is coming to an end, man. I would have loved to be there, but I don't think I can go for a whole Conscience concert. I mean, I'm like, who else? What's happening? Why am I having so much fun this morning? Well, this is the 31st day of December 2021. They said you would die. That's what they said. They said you would not survive 2020. You were supposed to die. Then they said, no, we meant 2021. You were supposed to die, but you are still here and you're wondering, am I one of the fortunate? Well, we are many. We have survived. We are here. And we are going into 2022 strong. Gentlemen, welcome to the show. Ladies, be here. Be strong. Don't worry about what happens here. We shall clean up the blood once we're done with the show. Okay? It's all open. No holes barred. Don't bring feelings here. First come, first serve. Again, remember, if you're going to be in this space, you're going to respect the space. We're going to give everybody a chance and stick to the topic. Stick to the topic. Do not come and say, it's good now that you're giving women a chance. No, I give everybody a chance. I give everyone a chance. Take your chances. Say what you want to say. Be quick. Be straight to the point. Don't belabor it. Don't come fighting for your rights. No, some of these discussions are not supposed to really go anywhere. We're not supposed to come to a consensus. We're not supposed to agree. I don't have to convince you to cross over from my side to your side or the other way around. I don't have to convince anyone. So do not get in your feelings when you're here. These are just discussions. If they help some people, well and good. If they don't, well and good. It's just entertainment. We're here for entertainment. Enjoy your morning. Wherever you are. In the 254, it's morning time, so we operate on 254 time. If you're listening to me from wherever, any other place in the world, welcome to the show. We do this every weekday, Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m., 254 time. I was very shocked the other day that it just hit me that Kenya is plus 254 while America is plus 1. That means we're 254 years behind America. You know that? Okay, not like that, man. You understand what I'm saying, man? These guys had their technology. 254. Where 253, 252, 251. Bro! Just to put it into perspective, 255 and 256 are our neighbors. So if you're laughing at Kenya, just know some of you in Tanzania and Uganda are 255 and 256. All right? It is a bit ridiculous. We are the black sheep of the world. Man, welcome to the show. It's good to see you. I see Ahmed and KW are there. I will get to you in a bit. I just have one more song to play. Then we just jump into this one. Quick, fast. It's not a long song. Yes. Welcome to the show. I have played my music. It's enough. The show today is dating a woke woman. It's a bad idea. We don't even know whether that's a question or a statement. Now, who is this? Jimmy jumps into this one quick fast, says, for women, woke essentially means being part of the feminist movement. The feminist movement of this age basically preaches misandry, some word I don't understand, ego, their unexplainable anger towards men. What merit is it to a dude to have relations with such an individual? Now, listen, men, you have to know what you're dealing with. What does the term woke mean in this 2021 day? Last day of the year, bro. Let's finish strong. I know you guys were thinking we shall finish with fireworks and we shall have, dancers here just doing with pom-poms, discussing how 2021 was good and now we are going into 2022. Oh, we thank the Lord. Well, this is not the podcast. This is not it. Go look for that one somewhere else. This is not it. Here we're discussing dating a woke woman is a bad idea. What does woke mean? When we say woke, when you're talking about woke, what does it mean? And why do we feel like the woke brigade are always angry? They're angry at men. They're just pissed off. Why? Is it? Imagine dating a woman who hates men. She's with you and she hates you. She's fighting for her rights. How do you date someone who's fighting for rights from you? They say woke means a person who is consciously awake. And you find most of the woke people are the ones of the minority. They're called ideologues. Alert to racial prejudice and discrimination was the initial definition of the word. But it came out later and we realized that woke means somebody who just doesn't like... the women took it. Let's just say that. Women took it. The ladies took it. You cannot build a loving relationship with a woman who thinks that you're part of an evil. Do you remember the other day when the lady was asked what is the worst mistake a man can make, and she said, exist. To her, a man existing is the worst thing that has ever happened. So she hates men. And she calls herself woke. I am woke. You cannot be in a romantic relationship with someone who thinks you are oppressing them. Yesterday we had a discussion and we were talking about how ladies need to take care of their men because men take care of their ladies. Now it was a simple discussion. Would you wash your man's underwear? And some ladies say, how? It is disrespectful. I consider those ones to be of the woke brigade. Those ones who said that, because I do not understand why that would be disrespectful. Where every time I wake up and I go out and I bust my ass working like a madman, solving problems, coming up with solutions to whatever it is that I do, whether I'm a lumberjack, whether I'm a plumber, whether I'm working at 8 to 5, pushing papers, whatever I'm doing, I am doing this knowing that it is for a reason. Why would you just washing a pair of underwear have put you in such a position? Come on now. And they come and say, oh, no, we feel disrespected that you would even consider the idea that a woman can wash a man's underwear. Some other idiot of a man came and said, no, men are supposed to take care of themselves and women are supposed to take care of themselves. I'm like, why do I need a woman? Why do I need you in my life? Why do men agree to date even woke women? This woke liberation is nonsense. There's a man who was in my inbox. I'm just building up the story so that you can have something, some back. KW, I see you. Just don't worry. I will. You will be the first. You will jump into this one quick, fast. I see you. So don't. Kikuyu will say, okay. Do not give up or despair. How do you date someone who sees you as the enemy? There's a lady who is married to this guy. They have 3 kids. She's of the woke brigade who believes that being a Lebanese is not a big deal. We have a guy in our country. He's part of a very big group. I will not mention his name because this is an international community. He's he's a member of one of the biggest groups to ever come out of Africa. And one day he went online and he was doing he was appearing on someone's podcast, and he says, you know what, I don't mind my woman going out there and finding someone that she actually wants to fuck and going ahead with it because it would be very bad of me to stop her from living her life. I'm like, are you stupid? Are you mad? Are you smoking your own foodies? Have you shaved your pubic hair, rolled it into a Rizla and started smoking it? What the fuck is wrong with you? But that's a woke mentality, that I can allow my woman to go do whatever she wants to do. I can just say, it's okay, babe, just go do. And your woman one day will come and tell you, babe, I have a friend I want us to try. And you, as the man, the Kenovia, stupid as fuck, are going to agree to that bullshit. Your woke woman is going to be running around in all these woke groups. the alphabet people, the Lebanese, the whatever, just jumping in there, being woke, doing all manners of things, and you call her your woman. Dating a woke woman is a bad idea. Now, let me just get some opinions here as we build up this story. It's good to see all of you. The streams look healthy. Remember, this is Rogue Radio. My name is Andrew Kibe. I am your host, and we do this every morning, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. weekdays. This being the last day of the year. Let's jump into this. KW, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Are you a woke woman?
Hello?
KW, are you one of the woke brigade?
Okay. So I don't know. There may be a cultural issue that comes up here because I am not African. I'm African American. But I do think that a lot of you have deep-seated mother issues that you don't deal with and you put onto women. And I feel like you think of women as tools.
As what?
Instead of, you look at women as tools instead of women, right? You made a comment that woke is angry. Woke is not angry. Woke is smart. Woke is intelligent. Woke is being able to distinguish A from B, right? And if you are not looking for a smart woman, are you looking for a doormat or a yes man? That's all I'm wondering. But I feel like a lot of African men, depending on your religion, you have a lot of deep-seated mother issues that you don't deal with. You take it out on your wives and your girlfriends and your daughters. That's all I had to say.
Sorry, KW, can I ask a question? What do you mean mother issues? Like what?
Mother issues, like you were raised a particular way. You have anger and resentment and bitterness toward your mother. And you take it out on your wife. You take it out on your girlfriend. You take it out on your daughters. You don't deal with it in a healthy way. And you calling a woke woman an angry woman, that makes no sense. There are women who are woke, who are not angry, who love men, but they're not going to play dumb. They're not going to be a doormat. Okay, so if I am woke and I'm intelligent and you don't like that, that's your problem. And that means that you are looking for somebody that you can dominate and control, not an equal partner. And when it comes to marriage, it's supposed to be an equal partnership. It's not supposed to be one person dominating the other person. If you are looking for a submissive wife or girlfriend, then you need to make that clear and find submissive wives and girlfriends, but don't beat down women who are not submissive.
So KW says that she thinks that we have mother issues. Is it deep-seated or deep-seated? I don't know.
Deep-seated means you cover it up with other things. You cover it up by calling woke women angry. You cover it up. You deep-seated means it's not out in the open. It's deep down inside, and you cover it up.
So we pretend and
may I say something real quick?
Who is this? This is Bara. How do you pronounce your name?
Barakel.
Barakel. Do you think what KW is saying, that men have deep-seated? I don't know how to pronounce that.
So I was going to say that to KW's point, I would agree in terms of the fact that I think that we're misconstruing the definition of woke women. I wouldn't assume mother issues or anything. I try not. I think one thing that we should do, and KW, I want to say, like, I can tell you're an intelligent woman and everything, and I definitely don't want to undermine what you were saying. I would advise perhaps be careful not to assume your audience, just because if the argument you're making doesn't apply to the person that you're talking about, then it kind of takes away from your credibility. And I still think that you're a credible speaker. I just feel like, you don't want to ruin your own argument.
I'm not trying to argue. I was stating an opinion, and I was stating it based on the host, because I've been in multiple spaces with this host, and I listen and I observe, and I have come to the conclusion that I think that there are deep-seated mother issues, period, point blank.
And I would say, I don't think that...
Now, I'm not trying to argue. I am going to state a fact. I'm going to state what I think, and I'm not going to suppress myself for a man or for anybody. And I think that a lot of women, especially African women, are taught to suppress their voices in order to have a successful marriage, in order to have a successful relationship. So dating a woke woman being a bad idea if you are looking for a submissive woman, yes, it is a bad idea to date a woke woman. However, the idea that a woke woman is an angry woman is 100% wrong.
And I agree with that. I wasn't saying that you were trying to argue. Whenever people talk about like rhetoric and everything, like when someone says argument, it doesn't necessarily mean you're trying to debate with somebody. Your argument is simply another word for your point.
I know what argument means.
All right. Okay, all right, ladies. I get what you're saying. We in Africa, and every man who has a pair of balls knows what an angry woman means. And when we look at some of the movements that have been started, or rather the movements that are still going on even to date, we realize that woke and angry go hand in hand. You find that most of the woke women, the ones who call themselves woke women, are Lebanese.
So what do you call a woke man? What is a woke man? Angry?
Yes.
KW, I was about to say, because woke.
There's a system here, ladies. There's a system here. If you want to speak, just put up your hand. I'll give you the chance. So when I'm talking, I will talk. Then I'll give you your chance to talk. So woke here in my definition is a lady who is. Chances are she's been raised by a single mother. Woke is a single product of a single mother. I'm defining what woke is. Okay. Based on what the men see. Woke is a product of a single mother. If you find a woke man, he's also a product of a single mother. Chances are he might be leaning towards the homosexual, he might be of the homosexual kind as well. Ladies might.
So remember what I told KW about.
Barakel, I'll get to you. Don't worry, just chill, be easy. I'll get to you. Okay. So woke, we find that woke are the ladies who are probably raised by single mothers. I am not a product of that. Luckily, I am not. And I have taught men that you should stay away from products of single mothers, whether you're a man or a woman, because single mothers fuck up their kids badly. And then these ladies or men grow up to be woke, and they're the ones who are trying to lead us into the alphabet discussion, where we want to discuss everything and anything about sexuality when we should be discussing about real things. Dating a woke woman is a bad idea. Now, KW says she does not want to submit to a man because, that's not her thing. She wants a man who thinks intelligence is a virtue. Well, we've never said we want a stupid woman. Nobody wants a stupid woman. Why would I get a stupid woman to raise my kids? Why would I get a stupid woman to be the mother of my kids? Nobody wants a stupid woman. Otherwise, how would that make any sense? Now, let me see who this is. Mwenye Muyeba, just jump onto this one. Where are the men? Where are the men talking? Barakel, I'll get to you after Mwenye. Then you can let us know what you want. Hey, what's up?
Hey, habari zenu. I loved your intro. I'm from the 260, which is Zambia, Southern Africa.
You're even worse than us.
Wewe. Utaniambie tafadhali. I loved how KW and Barakel, I hope I pronounced that well, spoke on how the definition of woke women has just been distorted, and it's just baffled me, and especially how you say in Africa. I do not think, especially from even my country, the definition that you have given is what it means.
Mm-hmm.
When you think of woke, you're thinking of a woman who is she's well, may not be educated, but is well-rounded, knows on a lot of issues, stands her ground, is confident, but still loves and is not angry. So for me, it's taken me a little bit aback, especially when you say African culture and whatnot. A woke woman can still be submissive, and I'm not meaning being a maid and totally just saying I'm doing everything my man says that I have to do. No, a woke woman can still be respected, loved, and still love her man a way that a woman, can still wash his underwear and still whatever. But the definition of a woke woman being angry and all that's not true. Not in the African perspective, not today, not in 2022. So I'm taken a bit aback on that. And woke women can be a good idea to have a relationship with, because woke women, trust me, do bring so much to the table.
Like
So
what?
that is
Like Mwenye, like what? What do woke women bring to the table?
I mean, sorry?
Oh, no, go ahead.
A woke woman, there's some things that there's something the opposite sex would not know about women. For example, I'm in a very I believe I'm woke. I'm not angry. I love men. I'm a single mother, by the way. So even when I'm the single parents, what, their children are effed up? Question mark. And like you said, it's a platform where we're just discussing and not catching feelings.
Yes.
But
yeah, I say, Mwenye, I say that men should never date single women. Never. When you find a single woman, a single mother. When you find a single mother, you should run like you're sick.
If they never date.
Exactly, because we still need a father figure in our children's lives.
Where is the father to your son?
Oh, he's around. He's in the DRC, but I'm dating a very healthy, very sound-minded man who loves me, and he loves the fact that I am woke and I'm not angry.
So
I am not angry.
So, Mwenye, I have the philosophy that... And this I am pushing to my grave, that men should never ever even consider single mothers as a part of the dating pool.
You've been dating the wrong single women, single mothers.
And unless the child
Zambia.
No.
To go nation, my single mothers.
You ain't my daddy. Okay, so Mwenye, just 1 second. I want to hear what Barachel or Barakel has to say.
Barakel.
Baracel. Okay, Baracel.
So, there were a couple of things. So, to Mwenya, what she was saying about being a single mother, I feel like, for one thing, it's kind of, in fact, very rude to make the blanket statement that they are, as you said, fucking up their kids. Because that is what you said. Don't backtrack now. But that's exactly what you said. Because, for one thing, the fact that she is a single mother, you're acting as though that is solely or even at all her failure, when there is clearly a man involved who is not in the picture. But you're putting all of the blame on the woman. And honestly, I don't understand the logic behind, men should never date single mothers. Then how are they supposed to get a father figure for their children? Do you want children to have a father figure or not? You should have it both ways, where a woman should be single forever and then demonize her for being single. I don't understand that.
All right. So the question is, why am I demonizing single? Where is the father of the child?
I didn't ask why you demonize single women, because I'm sure I've heard just about every excuse for why men demonize single women. What I'm asking is, how could you demonize a woman actually it's more rhetorical, because I don't think there's a valid answer to how you could demonize a woman for being a single mother and then act as though she needs to stay single forever, to say that men shouldn't date her. Like, that's counterintuitive to people growing up with a father figure. There are people whose fathers left, whose fathers died, whose fathers abused the women they were with, so the women did the right thing and left. If she's in a healthy relationship right now and loving a man who is, from her account, probably going to be good for her children, then that she's doing the right thing. I don't think God smiles when a woman who has a child stays single forever. I don't think God smiles when a woman who has a child can't be in a healthy relationship. I think God does smile on women who get through anything that happened in her past and find a way to make it work.
So in Africa, we have something known as wife inheritance, where if, for example, there were no single mothers in Africa. So all the women...
Well, you just talked to one.
No, so there were no single mothers. I use the word were. There were no single mothers in Africa. All the women had to be attached to somebody. And if your husband, by any chance, was to pass on, die, then you would be inherited by his family, maybe a brother or an uncle. Somebody would take you up and put you under their name, because a woman should not be by herself. Women should not raise children by themselves. Now we have this. Wait. So we have this thing that where women are raising children and destroying the lives of these children, and still going out there to pretend like they're single women. Dating is a single women's game.
What if the man left her?
Sorry? What if the man left her?
What if the man left her?
So she made...
What?
Most of the single women in Africa, and especially in your country, America, are not married. So you ladies are not taking responsibility that you opened up your legs to a man who had not committed to you. And you got his child.
So
wow.
Does she suffer the consequences for that for the rest of her life?
For the rest of your days.
Oh my God.
For the rest of your days, you're supposed to remain single and die single, because...
Oh my God.
Wait, but how are the children supposed to have a father figure?
You should have thought about that when
their lives?
you should have thought about that, and you should have been trained better. Problem is the training.
Okay,
First
Yes.
off, a
So
lot
then
of
you don't
single
actually
mothers
care
are single
about the
mothers
children.
either because the man is
One at a time.
abusive
One
or
at a time.
cheating or doing things they have no business doing. And if a woman is divorced, and she has children, she is now a single divorced mother. Okay,
If
so
her
let's
husband
not-
died, she's still a single mother. Like, there are
Exactly.
different ways to become a single mother.
Exactly.
And even if it was opening your legs to a man, it takes two to tango. That
Exactly.
is
All right,
not the woman's
ladies, one at a
responsibility.
time. So what you do, and I'm coming to you, Monya, is that ladies, before you open your legs, do your due diligence. Just the same way when you're buying a car, you have to find out, is this car the right
but let's
kind
just
of car
that
for
way
me?
Where we spend the rest of our days suffering because of one mistake. We move on.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is why
On from that.
take responsibility.
This is where we
Because
go
in
back.
America, people have
Ladies.
said, like, if you're a single woman, then you have children, then you need to find a father figure for them.
No,
But
it doesn't work like
they
that.
can't
It doesn't
even
work
do
like that. It doesn't work. This is not like a mechanic where you can replace one mechanic for another. No. Children are supposed to be raised by their fathers or the family where the father
What
comes
happens
from.
if they don't have a father?
The
Children
family
are
where
Everyone
the
has a father.
Children are supposed to be raised in a loving, healthy, non-violent environment.
where
that
is the
trauma-free.
father of
If
the
you
child?
are in a household or you are married to
I
a
was
man
raised by
who is
both my
beating
parents,
on
actually,
you,
so,
who is
you know.
cheating on you, who is bringing and spreading diseases in your home, that is a problem. And if you
Exactly.
raise children in that type of environment, you are fucking up your children.
Okay, KW,
Okay.
Baracel or Barachel, I do agree with you ladies that you have to take responsibility, and ladies must
Have to
take responsibility.
for
You
having
must-
a small mind.
You must take
You-
responsibility. KW, just give me a
for
second.
having a
Give me a
small
second.
mind.
Give me a second, KW. Come on, give me a second. You must take responsibility as a woman and say, I fucked up. I went and opened my legs to a loser. That you must agree that I am a loser because I opened my legs up to a loser. Okay?
So did
Once you
wait until
once you
marriage?
do that,
That's-
then
I
These
wonder-
ladies never take responsibility, actually.
no, they don't. They want
No,
to blame the
men
man.
never take responsibility, and you don't like to hear the truth, and you don't like to be called
I've
out.
never
and now-
had a single mother. I've never had a single mother take responsibility. It's always the man who made a mistake. Yeah?
If
It's
there
always
was
the
a
man who
mistake
made a
made, it
mistake.
was
Did
both-
you
So that you
know
ended up
to
alone.
every
That doesn't
single
mean-
mother
that's how are
in
they
the world?
supposed to move on?
Do you know everything?
And now they want to talk and say all these things. Please, ladies, let us have one at a time. I told you I'll give everybody a chance. There are many people who have requested. I want to give everyone a chance. Baracel, KW, please Let us all respect this space. I will give everyone a chance. If you want to talk, put up your hand. I will give you the space. Okay? The Dyson, or is it Dyson? Jump into this one.
Yeah. What I wanted to say is that, these ladies, they never take responsibility. You will never meet a single mother in this planet who will take responsibility and say, I fucked up and I'm now a single parent.
But how does she move on from that then? If she says I messed up, then how do we move on? Because once something is done, it's done.
And I'm saying this from experience. I've dated a single mother who we had another child with, taken up the role of raising their child as my own. And she fucked up. She was collecting tax from, the baby daddy. And this is someone they were not even in touch with by the time we were meeting up,
But do you know why that was?
And I'm not using that to judge every single mother. But for me, I'm basically in Andrew's ring. I'm saying a single mother really is not someone any man should consider dating, really.
It's a no-go zone. It's a no-go zone.
It's a no-go zone.
Are we talking about woke women, or we're talking and bashing single mothers?
No.
What are we doing here? Because the title says woke
know what
women.
I'm talking about.
You don't want to be called out. You don't want to hear the truth, but you want to sit and bash single mothers.
No, we're not bashing anyone. This is an open space.
You said that they were messing up their kids. How is that not bashing?
The discussion. No, guys, come on, guys. I will call out a name and you talk when I give you the chance to talk. We are not bashing. We're not bashing.
But my point when more people started jumping in.
No, Barasal, don't be mannerless. Do not be mannerless, please. Give everybody the chance. Slick is here. Dissonance. I just talked. Slick, jump into this one.
Hi, Andy. How are you?
I'm easy.
Hi, Munya. I'm also from Zambia. I'm a single mom too, and we had this topic. Guy, why are we having this topic again?
We're talking about woke women. Yes.
Yes, I am a woke woman, and like Munya described it, that's also my definition of a woke woman. I'm aware. I'm informed. I'm not angry. I'm just modern, and I try to balance between modern and culture, but there is no bitterness there. That's number one. Number two, single mothers do take responsibility. I remember last time we had this conversation, that was last week. I said, I take responsibility, my share of the responsibility for me being a single mom, and this is because I chose to be with an abusive man that I was married to. Like, I tolerated that. I put myself in that situation where I thought, oh, he's going to change. Oh, things are going to get better. Oh, I need a father for my child. And no, fuck it. I got tired. I left. But I should have left sooner enough before things got bad.
It wasn't your fault, hon.
Exactly.
I'm
should have.
Sorry.
Thank you. We need to also blame ourselves to some point, because that helps us heal. You know, when you keep blaming the man, no, he did this, he did that. Where did you go wrong? You stayed through it, and that was on you. And you need to take responsibility for being with a total douchebag, a lunatic, a jerk. And that is on you. And that is the first process of healing, when you take responsibility for where you went wrong. So I feel we women take responsibility not for being in the wrong, but for playing our part in letting men abuse us and take advantage of us and everything else. And yes, we're going to be perfect stepmothers and good wives. To you, Andy.
You're going to be a perfect wife to a man who is not the father to the child. That is a waste of a life, let me tell you.
Can I say a story?
Leave me alone.
But I'll get to you. Come on. Be easy. We have many people who are here waiting to speak. Faith G, jump onto this one.
Hi, Andrew.
Yes, Faith.
I want to say that I was raised, I think, by a dad who did not fire me, and life was really okay. So having to say that these women who have children with other men can't get men who have not fired their own children, I think that's a bit, I don't know what I'd call that, but everybody has to own their own mistakes. You cannot have these men who sire children and then go ahead and they beat their wives, they come home drunk, and you want a woman to sit there and have her kids go through that, all because they want to be raised by those dads. They're irresponsible dads out here. So it's not about the women. It's about what did the men do? What did the men do that made these women go? Because I don't think there is a woman out there who just decides, let me go, let me pick my kids and go, and have them not have a father. They all saw something. Why are you not asking the men, what did they do to make these women live?
All right. Faith is asking, what did the men do to make the women leave? Why are we not asking the men? Why? Again, remember, you must take responsibility because a fuck up has been done here. And who is bearing the brunt of this fuck up? It's the woman. But women want to push this on the man. I told you, Barasel, just have some manners. Do not just jump in here like that. Okay? Lenny is waiting to speak. Lenny, you're next. What do you think about the dating a woke woman in 2021? Lenny, are you there?
I'm here. Hey, Andrew, I'm Lenny from Kenya. It's difficult to date a woman with a child.
Uh-huh.
It's difficult, man. Like, serious, it's difficult for now in Kenya. You know, I'm dating a woman with a kid. And that kid, when let's say he's a man, when he comes to an age of 21, and the guy knows you're not his father. Of course, it's many people here in Kenya are divorced because of children. Because you're dating a woman with a kid, and the kid knows you're not his father. It's come to, we call it Mazarao.
Mm-hmm.
Mazarao
You're not
comes
my
in.
daddy.
What do we call Mazarao in English?
It's called...
it's like... Andrew, help me there.
I think
Mazarao in English.
Spite. What do you call it? Spite?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, despite. The children come with a despite heart from...
They despise you, yes, yeah.
Yeah, they despite you from inner. Let me say you're a drunk man and you're a responsible man, but your relationship with his mother is difficult. So the children grow up with a despite of you being a drunk man, so that it's come to the day that the guy comes to your color and say, you're not my father and you are leaving this house, blah, blah, blah. So, my friend, it's difficult to date a woman with a kid because the mother always loves the son or the daughter whom he came with to your house. He will not he will not love the kid that you have with him like the children he come with. You see?
All right.
Andrew?
All right. Lenny says it's very difficult to date a woman who has her own child. Remember, we're discussing, is dating a woke woman a bad idea? Now, woke women are the ones who believe that she can have a child and still go back into the dating pool like that child does not exist. She still thinks
with being woke. Has nothing to do with being woke.
She still thinks that dating is part of her life. She does not want to accept that she fucked up. She wants to put that whole responsibility on the man, right? And she's woke, and she believes she can still get love. She still deserves everything.
Difficult, man.
I don't think
hello.
You ain't my daddy.
I'm going to speak here as a single mom.
What woke means.
So
Woke has nothing to do with a woman dating if she is single. That's not woke, okay? A woke woman is an intelligent woman, a smart woman, a woman who is educated, who is constantly educating herself, who is constantly learning, who has no limitations when it comes to what they want to experience in life. A woman who is single and a single parent and they are choosing to date, that is their business. That's their business. That has nothing to do with being woke.
All right. Whose hand was up? I think Baracel. Is it Baracel or Barakel? Barakel, you want to say something?
It's Barakel. My name is Barakel.
Baracel, jump into this one.
So, a couple things. For one thing, KW is correct. So, let me tell you what woke means in, I guess, in a global sense and as well as from how we use it in the United States. Woke is just a word for socially conscious. socially conscious. It used to be used primarily for men. And when woke was talked about, especially for Black people as well, it was talked about for people that were aware of the Black experience. It was, woke has now become a word used for, colloquially to talk about people that are socially aware, people that take up the cause of social justice. That is what woke means. You are misconstruing the definition of woke, and you've been told that several times. And I find it very strange that you took this topic, and yet you didn't really research well what the definition of the word you're speaking of means. And then another thing, I find it that what Lenny was saying when he said it's difficult, like I would say, yes, it's not a easy situation, but that's the issue. It's so incredibly oversimplifying to say that single women are messing up their children's lives. Single women just opened up their legs and stuff. I'm not a single woman. I consider myself I'm not a single mother. I consider myself a woke woman, even though I don't like to self-identify as that. I feel like that's just something that you are rather than what you say. But, and to your point about women being raised by single mothers, I was raised by both my parents. My parents have been married for 22 years, and I'm 21. My grandparents have been married for over 40 years. So I come from put together complete families. But my mom was a woke woman, and she understands what it's like to be Black. She understands what it's like to be a woman, and she uses that awareness to inform her decisions about social issues. And so that's what being woke means. And but I will say, when I was saying I would tell a story, I had been sexually assaulted, and this man had I don't know what's funny about that, Lenny. But this man had removed the condom and forced himself inside of me. And if that had resulted in a child, I would be a single mother. I can't be self-righteous, and I can't hear you talk down on single mothers and feel as though that's coming from a good place. I feel as though it's it sounds like such an evil thing to say, because you really don't know everyone's story. I could have become a mother by that man. And imagine if I had sat there and heard you say that these women mess up, that these women mess up their children. Do you understand how damaging that can be? Do you understand how uninformed that was?
All right. So I hear you, Barbara Sell. We look at, men are very logical, and men look at what is the outcome? Where are we right now? When you say these things happen, we look at where are we right now, because most of you do not, maybe 0.01% of you are the ones who have experienced a traumatic, maybe were raped.
You don't know that. It's even worse for women in Africa.
No, do not. Wait, ladies, wait. I told you, just put up your hand. I'll give you a chance. Don't jump into this. This is not a market. So most of the ladies who went into motherhood or who are mothers right now and are single mothers, it is always by choice. They decided that they want to be single mothers, right? They were having sex outside the marriage, and they became pregnant, and now they're single mothers. Now, why don't women want to take responsibility? And then they get woke and suddenly want to get back into the market like that child does not exist. Where is the father of the child? How do you say you understand what I'm saying? How do you say you're just going to date like this child does not exist? Isn't that like the most important thing right now? Aren't you supposed to be focusing all your energies on how that child is going to be raised? Where is the family of that man? Why aren't you taking responsibility?
Are you a father?
Why aren't you taking responsibility that, yes, I made a mistake, and because I made that mistake, maybe that dating might be out of the question for me for the rest of my days. I am broken. This is a broken item now. All right?
Can I come in as a single mother?
So yes.
Can I come in as a single mother, because I think I was really, I took it a bit lightly because I didn't want to get into feelings. But please listen. When you say we don't take responsibility and don't.
I will wait until you can relax. Then Yasin, just jump into this one. Then Mwanya, you can talk, but please let's have some order.
Morning, Kibe. Morning, everyone.
Yes.
Now, first, actually, I would like to give a shout out to Slick. Slick, I like how easy you're talking and everything. That is good. You don't get emotional easily. Okay. Now, we have two issues. Number one is dating a work woman, and number two is dating a single mother. Now, was it Barachel? When we talk about single mothers, we're talking about mothers who went and got pregnant by choice, because that is the majority. Now, from my point of view, I would say that you women, the single mothers, you need to take responsibility, and for that, you need to consider that. Actually, I would say that you need to get married as second and third and fourth wife. But dating if you're single, that is a no-no, because you made a mistake. So you need to own it. First, let the single ladies get their chance. Then you can come as second and fourth and fifth wife. Now, for dating work women, now why would I consider even that? Because most of the work women that I've met, even from what ladies we are talking about, and when they are talking, I can already see that I cannot have such a woman as my wife. Yes, you feel that you're empowered and all that, and you're consciously working and everything. But when I consider, when I want to take a wife, I need someone who understands that when we come to my house, it's my house. It's not a 50-50 thing. Marriage, actually, my stand has always been, it's a dictatorship. It's not actually, I will listen to your opinion, but at the end of the day, you need someone to make the decision or make the final decision. Otherwise, you'll never agree on some issues because you are raised differently. So why would I take a woman who will come to my house and feel that they are empowered and they want to stand their ground and will be arguing and all that? That is not someone I will consider taking or even dating. Thank you.
All right, Yasin, Monye, jump into this one quick, fast.
Hi, Yasin. Interesting, hey? Okay, I'd like to just give a bit of a background. I've lived in Kenya for 6 to 7 years of my adult life. And so I kind of understand the cultural differences, especially with Zambian men and Kenyan men, Zambian women and Kenyan women. A lot of the gentlemen who have spoken, I do believe, are Kenyan. And I know this is not a serious topic, but it is a serious topic. Do you understand what I mean? So a lot of these opinions and thoughts of, I'll start with the single women bit because I know we're talking about woke women. Single mothers and how they made a mistake. Where do the men who have multiple children with other women come in? When is it considered their mistake? Or when is it not a mistake when two people, consensual adults, come together, love each other, have a child, but not because anyone was being, promiscuous or abusive, just decide they cannot be together because they don't agree on certain things, on certain cultures. My ex-partner and I decided not to be together because he's from a different country, I'm from a different country. We do not agree on certain cultural norms and values and whatnot, and that is why we are not together. He did not hit me, he did not cheat on me, I did not cheat on him, but because we just agreed and said, look, it cannot work. How we want to raise our son is differently. What we believe in, what you believe in is totally different. So when is that a mistake? When is that a mistake? So it is very wrong.
Wait, Justin.
None of you were interrupted. None of you were interrupted. None of you are single mothers. So please let me speak for single mothers and for a Zambian single mother, because I just feel that the misconceptions and the Kenyan culture and whatever it is that you believe as men, because I know Kenyan men are very proud, very you are your own men, and it is very, very different. I can see some Zambian men on this platform. There's a big difference, and like I said, I've lived in Kenya as an adult woman, so I do know the dynamics of a Kenyan man and a Zambian man, and they're very different.
Right.
I am dating a man right now who is Zambian, and I chose not to date a Kenyan man because of so many things that I saw. So not that I am pointing you out, but I am pointing you out. But I just do feel that it's a whole cultural thing.
Okay.
It's a cultural thing.
Okay.
What it is that you've been through is totally different. So the generalization should not be brought here. And dating a woke woman, let us redefine what woke is on the platform. Because, yeah, great feminists in Kenya. Kenyan women are so strong. Kenyan women are so strong. But your definition, no.
All right, Mwanya, relax, take it easy. I want you as Mwanya to tell us why you decided to have a child, which sometimes I find to be extremely selfish because you do not understand what raising a child means. It's a very serious commitment. Now, you come and say that the two of you, two selfish human beings, you and that man you opened your legs to, decided that the two of you are not going to work, so you are going to take this child through hell because the two of you are too selfish. And you, as a lady, why did you agree to have a child with a man that you did not know? You did not know all this shit before. But getting a child is that easy?
I knew this man for 4 years, yeah?
So why, what happened?
It is very rude and very ignorant for you to say we were selfish because my child is in a very good state of mind right now. All right? If two adults are in a toxic relationship and you decide to part for the goodness of yourself and the child, you will not say that we were selfish.
We've had you.
I did not open my legs. We were in a relationship.
Let me put my point
across.
Me
to have consensual, for me to have sex with someone, consensual sex, it's not that I'm opening my legs. It's okay for every man to go and sleep with every girl, every prostitute, and they are not opening their legs. I also can have sex because I want pleasure.
Mwenye, we're going to have order here, okay? We're going to have order. Let's have some order. Ladies, please, I want you.
Every time
Marty, I will give everybody a chance. I promise I will give everybody a chance. We're just going to have order. So when I ask you a question, answer. If I give you a chance to speak. Everybody is waiting. We are many of us, okay? So Mwenye, the question to you was, you agreed to have unprotected sex with this man, and a child came into the mix, and now the child has to grow up without his father. Okay? You agreed. I'm getting to you, Baracel. You agreed, and this is to all ladies, you agreed to have unprotected sex with this man, and now you want to come and pretend that you're a woke woman who can go out there and date instead of taking responsibility. Our kids are growing up without their fathers. And you think it's a joke. You think it's women want to go back into the dating game like these kids are rats or like they're dogs. It's not a joke.
Find another father.
No, you cannot just find another father. That's what you don't understand. It's not that easy.
Are you a married man? Why are you so invested in what a single mother is doing?
What do you mean? Am I a married man? I'm a father.
Are you a married man?
I am a man. I know. These things
so
are...
why are you the single father also not date?
Ladies, I will give you a chance. Don't worry. I will give all of you a chance. Right? Don't let me speak for another 1 hour. If you cannot have manners and just follow the rules, just get the fuck out. But if you're going to be here, let's follow the rules, please. I beg of you. Okay? Who has been here? Marty, you wanted to talk. Jump onto this one. Ladies, please, give everybody a chance. Take responsibility. Put up your hand. Because now I know, I can see the mannerlessness in you. I can see why some of you did what you did. Because you cannot even follow the simple rules of this group. You want to go force men to follow rules of life. So, Marty, jump into this one. Marty, are you there?
Hello?
Yes.
Yes. Hello, how are you, everyone?
Jump onto this one quick, fast. What do you think we're...
Okay.
Yes.
From what I can say is that everyone has their own different experience in this.
So in this situation, we can't be blaming the women always. It's due to the situation, what occurred for the relationship to end.
Thank you.
Yeah, so it's not all about women every time. Even us men, sometimes we mess up.
All right, Mati.
So,
Mati, is that it?
Yes, yes.
All right. Thank you, Mati. Mati has come in quick, fast, without drama, just gets his point across. He says it's not all about the women, it's about the men. I'm just trying to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, if you're here, you must take responsibility when you fuck up. Do not keep shifting the goalpost. Who else is here? Who else wants to speak? Put up your hand.
I'm here. I'm here.
Put up your
Every time
hand.
somebody disagrees with you, you mute us. So it makes no sense.
Can I say something? I think we have given a lot of chance to women for women to talk in here. Where are the men in this?
S0, jump into this one. I see Dre is also there. Dre, I'll come to you next. S0.
I can see there are a lot of men who are waiting.
Can you hear me good?
We can hear you, man.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely this woke thing is garbage. It's a liberal political organization. In the newspaper writing this term woke, and why were these people sleeping all this time? There's no such a thing as woke. It's just liberal organization taking advantage of our women, minority women, especially in the West. Other than that, why were they sleeping all this time? Obviously, they weren't sleeping. Martin Luther King was, marching us for freedom. The whole time we were fighting, so nobody was sleeping. Now they're talking about equality. When you give them equality, they still want me to open the door for them. They still want me to do all this bullshit, the woman is queen and the man is king type of stuff. So at the end of the day, we all got to take responsibility, like Gibber's trying to tell us. So responsibility matters. If a woman can just abortion the baby, well, hell yeah, then I don't have to pay the child support then. So a whole bunch of stuff goes on when you start talking about responsibility and 50-50. So women, please, if you want a 50-50, stick to the 50-50 game. Don't try to make the brother do 70 and you stick to your 30. But women, if you want to win bread, expect it that you might need to work 2 jobs. When you come home too, you got to work. There's some work waiting for you at home too when you're out there getting a job. The same way for us, for the men. Although we're not in the kitchen, but we are doing everything else in the yard, everything else around in the house. So we do have 2 jobs as men. When we go out there winning bread, and when we come back home, we still got a job. But you women,
if you want a doormat, go to the store and buy a doormat.
No, man. I'm just saying, if you ask you for 50-50, really do 50%. You know what I mean? Just like the men are doing 50%.
All right. Thank you, S0. Dre, are you there?
Man,
yes,
we'll never carry children,
yeah.
so it'll never be 50-50.
Dre,
good morning, everybody.
Yes, jump into this one quick, fast. Do you think dating a woke woman is a bad idea? Bad, horrible idea? Diabolic idea?
I wouldn't say it is a 100% bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
Let me share my view that you guys get to understand. So, the baby mama or someone who is single did not become single by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
For some, it is a choice they made. But for others, it's not the choice they made. They are single moms because the man did not take responsibility of the shit that he did.
Mm-hmm.
So it is not every single mom who is who did not take responsibility for them to be a single mom. So I want to pick something that someone said. I don't know. She's out, but it's like Z something. She said, I wouldn't continue to live with a lunatic, a jack. So now I'm thinking, how would you call someone, your husband, your father's child, a lunatic, when you had the 4 years you spent with that person and still didn't take responsibility to know that person well enough for them to be the father of children.
She
So
said
now,
she was abused.
did she say that?
Yes. The one
Okay.
that you were talking about who said that the man was a lunatic, she said that he abused her. If you're talking about
For 4 years. For 4 years, he was an abusive man for 4 years.
No. That you guys are mixing two women up. Wanya said she knew her man for 4 years before they split.
Oh, Baraka.
Wanya didn't call him a lunatic. The woman that called her man a lunatic, she was abused.
So,
you guys were mixing up two women.
All right, Barasa, let's let Dre finish. Dre, just finish your thought process.
Yes, and then dating a woke woman, single moms should understand this. Dating a single mother, for me, who's not married yet, is like a 1-0 score already. So if we are to stay together in a relationship, you must understand certain things, okay? Because we are not starting life from the scratch. You are ahead of me in that you've got a kid. So if you want, if you are a woke woman and you want a 50-50 kind of stuff, then it means that what the previous speaker said, that you must be willing to put in the other 50% is right. So in as much as you women, single moms out there are woke, but then there are certain responsibilities that you have to take even in the next relationship. Thank you.
Thank you, Dre. We'll get to, who is this? This is Mimosa. Jump into this one, then Holadera, I'll be with you after Mimosa. Mimosa, what do you think about this convo today? Mimosa. Mimosa is a drink, right? Mimosa, we're waiting for you. She might need to go to the rooftop and discuss. Holadera, are you there?
Hello, brother. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Mimosa, get your internet right. We shall get back to you. Holadera, jump into this one.
There's a few things I want to touch on. I think firstly with single mothers, I think it's important that we all acknowledge that most women don't choose to be single mothers, and that a lot of women are single mothers not by choice. A lot of people have their partners die. A lot of people have their partners leave them, and because I think for women, certain things are intolerable and certain things should be intolerable. So I think women should leave if their partner is beating on them. I think women should leave if their child partner has a gambling problem and is gambling away their savings. I think women should leave in situations where the husband is continually cheating and refusing to stop. And I think telling women to get abortions when we know that we all come from religious countries or have religious backgrounds, and people have very strong religious views about the idea of aborting babies. I think that can be quite insensitive. Also, I think when you actually look at the studies between kind of especially black populations, especially in the West, it shows that it's a very small percentage of black men that are creating all these children. I think a lot of it's about 20% of black men who are actually creating a lot of these single parent homes. That you have a small population of hypersexual black men creating several families with several different black women, that as opposed to most black men in general kind of being kind of promiscuous and having babies out of wedlock. And to talk about kind of wanting a woke woman, I think sometimes if you listen to too much of maybe Fox News or CNN or BBC, you think woke means something that it doesn't mean. Woke means being politically and socially conscious. And part of being woke is understanding things like mental health. And I think what someone touched on is, why would someone stay with an abusive partner? And I think if you understand mental health and you understand kind of emotional and social kind of and conditions, you'll understand that a lot of people should really struggle to leave abusive partners because they have children with those abusive partners. They can't just get up and destroy their families. A lot of people are financially entangled with their abusive partners, so maybe they both have their names on the mortgage and they can't just get up and leave. A lot of people are emotionally tethered to abusive partners, and it's not just something that you can just wake up and go. So I think we should. I think, especially as black men, we should try and be as understanding to our women as possible, because I think that's how you create the best outcomes.
All right. Holadera says 20% of the black men are impregnating 80% of the black women.
Yeah, that's what the statistics say.
All right. Holadera, I'm asking this. So, I mean, woke women are supposed to be intelligent. They're supposed to be ahead of the game. What's going on? Why are they falling for the same 20% black men? You find a woke woman has 2-3 baby daddies. I thought you're supposed to be the one who's showing us the way. What's going on here?
Woke and promiscuous are two different
Mimosa is next. Mimosa, do you have a...
Can I answer your question, brother?
Yes, answer my question. Holadera, then we go to Mimosa.
I think you're misunderstanding what wokeness is. Being woke is being politically and socially conscious.
Yes.
Being woke doesn't mean that you are unable to fall for people who are emotional abusers. And a lot of unfortunately, there is a small percentage of our community as black men who are professional emotional abusers, who have several children by several women, and who are experts in fooling people into their emotional entanglement. So that doesn't mean that sister isn't socially and politically aware of things going around her, and that doesn't mean just because you're woke that you'll be unable to fall for those things. Just like
Holadera, I have a question just before you finish, right?
Go ahead.
So are we saying that our women are unable to make proper decisions? They do not know where the hyena is coming from.
That's not what I'm saying, brother. I'm saying...
But you're saying these guys are emotional abusers. Our women cannot see that?
I think intelligence is compartmental. I think a lot of women can see that, and a lot of women don't fall into those traps. However, a lot of women do. And I think it's important to understand that intelligence is compartmental. So, brother, just because you may be intelligent, you may have a degree in science, or you may be able to write amazingly. That doesn't mean that intelligence translates into every aspect of your life. So just because you're intelligent in one compartment doesn't mean you're necessarily able to see every single kind of emotional manipulation that is out there. You have people who have degrees who are falling for these Nigerian email scammers. So
so we need to take the decision making the decision capabilities away from these women, because they seem to be falling for the same 20% of men. Since our woke women are unable to see where these men are coming from, maybe we need to start making the decisions for them. Thank you, Holadera. I'll get back to you. Mimosa, what do you have to say? You've been your hand has been up for a minute.
Yeah, hi you guys. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Great. So this is Mimosa from Uganda, and what I really wanted to share on this topic is the fact that I have known both men and women who have been in relationships with people with kids. And one thing I can say about that dynamic is that at the end of the day, what's the biggest problem that I've seen when it comes to that issue is boundaries. It's not necessarily that the child is there, not necessarily that. It's really a boundary thing, especially for men or women who still have the person they had a child with still heavily in the picture. So at the end of the day, for someone to say that the relationship would be difficult, granted, most relationships are. However, I'm not going to say that, it's impossible or it's no. It's really about like all things have to be managed a certain way. Then when it comes to woke women, I don't believe that all woke women come from single parent households.
Mm-hmm.
That is totally not true, because at the end of the day, being woke is also a personal decision. It's not something that just happens upon you or falls on you from the sky. It's something that you decide to actually go and seek out, and and then also lastly, being woke does not exempt you from the traumas you've gone through as a person in life. It doesn't. We learn from so many things. We learn from our parents, we learn from our teachers, but also we learn from our own experiences. And at the end of the day, our experiences traumatize us to a point that sometimes either, we are clouded when making certain decisions, just the same way as men are. And also, I just want to leave you guys with a question. Does that, if we are saying dating a single woman with a kid is such a no-no, how about a man with a kid or a man with several kids who has refused to settle with either one of them, but somehow decides that they want to settle with someone else who they have no children with? Is that still okay, or we are using the same rule?
All right. Thank you, Mimosa, for being very straight with your questions. I appreciate that. She's asking, since we're saying dating women with children is a no-no, which I totally agree. We should not date any woman who has a child. She should get her bearings first in life. Same thing I say, if you are a man and you have a string or a litter of kids out there, you should not be allowed in the dating pool. Dating is for single human beings who have not been soiled, or rather who have not... You cannot be a man out here with 16 kids. That's why I'm wondering when... what's his name? The guy who was here earlier.
What if they have wanted?
Well, the guy who was here earlier was saying that, women are falling for the same 20%. I'm like, how? I thought you guys are supposed to be super intelligent and leading this world. Now, John has been here for a minute. John, you want to jump into this one?
Yeah, good day, everyone. Can anyone hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay, I would like to thank everyone to speak. Yeah, and I've been listening for a while.
John, take us off speaker. Just, we need to hear you properly.
Can you hear me?
Are you still on speaker?
I'm not on speaker.
All right.
Okay, so my own take is different women become single mothers for different circumstances. For sometimes the decision they make in choosing a man, maybe the man might be unserious, might be a bad father, and the relationship becomes poor. And there's also a form of single mothers that, okay, I don't want to get into a relationship. I want to bring in a child to this world. I don't want any relationship with any man. I feel pain by that because you are not thinking about the child. But it becomes to a situation whereby the relationship becomes sore and the relationship a child resulted from the such relationship. It's not bad when a single mother goes to look for a man out there, because a child needs a father figure in his life. When we say dating, when we categorically say dating is just for the single, a single mother is also single with or without a child. And there's a solution to this, and it's just a matter of understanding between the partners that, okay, yes, this guy knows that this man has a child. He knows that if I'm to go into this relationship, I'm going to make a relationship with two people, the child and the mother. And if he's willing to go ahead, then go ahead. That it should be stated, because it's devastating to say single mothers shouldn't stay. And excuse me. And it's very bad, because I feel a child needs a father figure in the life of the child. And because the child will be going on the same relationship everywhere. I feel what's happening in the West is many people grow up without fathers, and you see that repeated pattern in the life in the West. Over there, you see a lady that didn't grow up with a father in her life. There's high possibility that she too become a single mother, and we need to break that cycle. Let them go into relationship so that it will form a pattern for the child to seek true love and also aim for true love.
John,
thank you.
John, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Is it better for a single mother to go looking out for love after she's, for a woman to go looking out for love after she's been impregnated by this man that she doesn't like, who is abusive and all this other nonsense they keep throwing to us, after she's been with a man for many years? Or is it better for her to actually stick it out in a relationship with the real father of the child and make it work?
Okay, we say stick out relationship to make it work. Now the man is abusive.
So they say. So they say. Yes.
Now, let's talk about from the story from which the woman came to submit. Now, in life, you hear the story from one other party and you hear the story from the other party. Now, unfortunately, we don't have the other party's story right here, and we're all talking about the story that the lady presented to us, that the man is abusive. The man is beating her. Now, abusive might not be physical, it might be emotional. And it's advisable to stay away from abusive partners.
Okay, John, I have to interrupt you because the stats are not in your favor. The stats are not. Let's discuss something that is real. The stats say that abuse 70% is always initiated by the woman. These are the stats. 80% of all divorces are initiated by the woman. These are the stats. Ima, I'm coming to you. So when we say when ladies have, John, just 1 second.
Okay.
So when ladies say that this man was abusive and I was with him for 4 years, then we see a problem. I see a problem. When a lady says I was with him for 4 years and he was abusive, then I see the problem in the lady, not in the man. Because men are abusive.
You don't see abuse as a problem?
No.
Dude, what is wrong with you?
So when I see that a lady has been in a relationship for 4 years and then she comes out and says the man was abusive, then I do not see a problem in the man, because if this man was abusive, he should not have been with you. You have a problem in picking the right choices, in doing the right thing. You picked an abusive guy and you want to come out to the world and say that. Sorry?
What do you say about men that have been abused? Because you just said that women initiate abuse.
If men are being abused, they are as stupid as the women who are getting abused, because all you had to do was make a decision to walk away. That's why I said, if a man has children out there, he should not be playing the dating game. Wait, let me finish. If a man has children, he should not be playing the dating game.
I didn't finish, but you interrupted him because you didn't agree with him.
I will remove you from this group. Stop interrupting and being mannerless. What's wrong with you, lady? Come on, we are discussing. I've given you a chance. You've been here talking. Why do you want to make me look like I'm a villain here? I'm not a villain. John, I gave you the chance, right?
You said abusive women were... Okay.
Lady, I don't have time to be discussing with you. Listen, John, I'm asking the question is this. I said earlier that if men and women have children, they should leave the game of dating, right? Today, the topic is dating a woke woman is a bad idea. 99% of the women who are single mothers have left their relationships because of one reason or the other. Now, there's a lady who came into this show and said she left a guy after being with him for 4 years because he was abusive. Now, this is not somebody we can trust with making decisions. Can we trust them, John?
First of all, I will ask to where did you get the statistic? Because the source matters. On 70% of women who report that they are being abused are the one who started it, and if a woman cries out, one thing we need to do is sit down with someone that go to a platform where people are being abused. Now, it's a very big stigma. They know that, okay, I was known to be in a relationship with this person. Now, an abusive person, the thought or always have, she would always, or he would always have in mind that he will change one day. He will change one day. That will keep them driving on. And again, if a child resulted from that relationship, it is very hard, I must say, it is very hard for her to leave that relationship since there's a child there. She will try to okay, let this father figure, let him be there. But if she can't keep handling it, if she dies from the relationship, who would you blame, sir? Is it the man or the woman?
All right, John, thank you very much. Ima, are you there?
Hey, Andrew. Yes, I'm here.
Talk to us, Ima.
So a few things. John has already asked one of the questions that I was going to ask. I was going to ask you, where did you get these statistics from that most of the abuse are always initiated by women? Because that does not sound plausible at all. Like even from what we have seen on social media, from talking to women, and from what even being in like healthcare, when you see people come from abuse, oftentimes it's never the woman that initiates it. It's always the man. So that statistic sounds really flawed. I don't know if that is a worldwide stat or, just in one country. So I disagree with that statistics. The other thing I want to talk about was the fact that you said women that stay with an abusive man, like if someone stays with an abusive man for 4 years, then we should blame that woman because that woman.
Your network, I can hardly hear you. Just repeat that whole sentence.
I absolutely not agree with that because hello, can you hear me?
Or is your internet messed up? Can you just try and repeat that question?
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you. Yes. Now just go right. Can you guys hear her? Because I can't hear her. Ima, I really want to hear what you have to say. She says my statistics are flawed. That 70%. Who else wants to jump into this? Yasin, are you there? As we wait for Ima to get her internet right. Ima, go to the rooftop. Go to the rooftop. Just reset your internet. Come back into this one quick, fast. I want to hear exactly what you have to say. Remember, if you want to talk, just put up your hand. I'll give you an opportunity. I do not mind any opinion, wherever, left or right, in the middle, up, down. I don't mind. Just put up your hand. I'll give you a chance to talk. Yasin, are you there? Or is it my internet that's fucked up? Callistus. Yep, must be my internet. right. Fucking hell. Where are my speakers? I want my speakers back. Gift Darrell is in the house. Gift, where have you been? I've been waiting for you. You left me out in the cold. Gift. Man, welcome back to this show, man. I don't know what happened with this Twitter space. It just disappeared on me, and we are here now. Don't worry about it. Yeah, don't worry about it. If you are talking, just jump on this quick fast. There's a lady who was talking, and I really wanted to hear her side of the story. I really wanted to hear her opinion. Man, sorry about that. Guys, I apologize. We were having a very heated discussion. I do not know if we shall get those people back, but it's important that we try to. Dating a woke woman. Now, the discussion went all the way to, should we date what are they called? Single mothers? And people are saying, no, single. I was the one who was saying, not people. And ladies are trying to tell us, no, I can have been with a guy for 4 years and the problem was him. And I'm like, no, if you're with a man for 4 years and he was an abusive man or he was a dick, then the problem is you. You were with him for 4 years. So if 4 years is what it takes for you to find out about a human being, then the problem is not him, the problem is you. Then you need to take responsibility and stay out of the market, because you making decisions is a problem. I will not trust you if you keep making mistakes for 4 years. Imagine if you're my mechanic. Every time I come to you for 4 years, you keep repeating the same mistake. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I am never giving you my car. You're not going to touch my car again. Because if for 4 years you cannot diagnose the problem, it takes you 4 years. 6 accidents, I don't have time for that. Ima, if you're here, please, I want to hear what you have to say. Jump in, make that request. I will approve it. Quick, fast, minor, slow. Who else is here?
Kibe.
Yes, yes, Gift. Gift, I see you, man. Jump into this one.
I was actually spending time getting the article. So the article about domestic violence is actually higher committed by women against men.
All right.
Was done by Harvard 3 years ago, and it actually says Harvard study says 70% of domestic violence is committed by women against men. The reason why initially it was taken down is because of the political correct nonsense, but it would an independent newspaper went ahead and published it either way. So all this nonsense, these bitter women are talking about is pure bullshit.
So there's an article that says that 70% of domestic violence
done
is...
by Harvard. The same people who have done the COVID nonsense, they have done all these useless statistics, done by Harvard. Apparently the best university they think is important.
Are you looking at the article right now?
I'll actually read just the first few statements here. It says, 3 years ago, this was done by Newscast Media in Houston, Texas. 3 years ago, I wrote an article based on a scientific study done by Harvard Medical School that revealed domestic violence was not only one-sided as the media often depicts it. The article to this very day is the second most popular article that has ever been written and is widely cited online and offline.
Yeah.
And and just so here, these people took my time. I'm just wasting my time here.
Gift, can you share that article? Can you share it, or at least retweet it on your timeline? Let's
I will certainly share it. I will do that. And while we're getting to that, I just wanted to say, these Western countries have literally messed up their own states in the name of wokeness. The proponents of new approaches go as far as they want to eliminate the whole notion of men and women, from either saying women are equal to men, which is a fallacy that doesn't make sense, or even changing biological facts. Imagine these same woke women have gone to an extent of changing names like father and mother to parent 1 and parent 2, from breast milk to human milk, which doesn't even make sense. I won't even speak about the Western countries because they're full of shit. Look how polygamy in Kenya, not other countries, polygamy in Kenya sorted out this issue of kids being fatherless, where the wife and the kids belonged to the entire society, and they were taken care of. When the husband dies, and the family of the man usually takes charge of the woman and the kids. These Western countries realize they keep fucking up their own country with this woke bullshit, and it makes these bitter women feel like they want rights, calling themselves, I don't know, if they want rights, let them go to a nun. Even nuns don't have rights. They are not even allowed to have, there are rules and regulations in churches. And it's gotten to a point, Kibe, that the Western countries, mostly U.S., what feels like they want to impose their cultural nonsense on Arabian countries who are living fine.
Let me ask you, Gift. Let me ask you, Gift.
Nonsense is what has brought about these alphabet people.
So, Gift, are you saying that women want to live with in relationships without rules?
That's the problem. They think, Kibe, the day a woman will understand that the man holds the key to marriage, they'll realize if you want to marry someone who's not a man, marry yourself with those dildos that they keep inserting in their vaginas. It's not going to make sense.
Shit. Okay. Hey, Gift, don't go anywhere. I want to hear more from you. Soul Food, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Jump into this one. Do you think Gift is full of shit?
Yes, I do.
Absolutely.
I want to say, first of all, the men on here saying, women think they should have rights and, they need to understand men hold the key and all of this double standard about women opening their legs and needing to take full responsibility for becoming single mothers. It sounds very slave master. It sounds like you guys are trying to run a plantation or something.
Mm-hmm.
And on the other thing I want to touch on is earlier when you were speaking to the other guy, I think his name was John, and you were saying that women are stupid for staying in relationships with abusive men.
Mm-hmm.
And if you stay in a relationship with an abusive man for 4 years, then ultimately the woman should be to blame. And he asked you, what do you think about a woman trying to leave a relationship and being killed in the process? Who's to blame after that? And I think that's when you started conveniently having connection issues. So I'd like to hear what you have to say about that.
All right, thank you. So that's where Gift came into the picture, and he said there's a study that was done by, is it Harvard, Gift? Harvard? He said, yes, 70% of all abuse in marriages is done by the women. Did you hear that point, or you are conveniently having internet issues as well?
No, I heard that point, and it sounded very biased. I've never heard statistics like that. But,
Gift, are you here? I want you to read that part again. Gift is busy, maybe combing his camel. But yes, there are studies, and not just one. There are multiple studies that say most of the abuse in relationships is normally done by the women, not by the men. It's just that the men are the physically strong species. Now, if you come to me and you slap me and I slap you back, if the police were to come, they would realize that you are the abused and I am the abuser. Let us, so yes, if you stay in a relationship for 4 years and the man is abusive, then you are stupid. Something has happened to you maybe when you were a kid. You like being mistreated, and you need to take responsibility. And you should not be allowed to make any more decisions in life because you do not know how to make decisions. You are bad at making decisions. If you come to the playground and you keep fucking up the same way over and over again for 4 years, you will be put on the bench. You will sit out until you can make better decisions. That is how life is all about. So take responsibility and say, I fucked up. I picked up an abuser. I made a mistake I shouldn't have, and because of that, I might have to suffer for the rest of my days on this earth being a single mother or being a single parent and not going back into the dating pool. Callistus, are you there?
Yes, I am. I think you probably know where I stand on this.
I think there's nothing wrong with being a woke woman. I think there's nothing wrong with being a woke man or a woke Republican or a woke Democrat, as it is. This is coming from an intellectual, standpoint. Someone who is conscious about, society and social issues. Someone who is conscious about, democracy around them. It shouldn't be seen as something being bad. A woman who wants to stand up for themselves. A woman who thinks, they should question, things around in the society. There's nothing wrong in that, so long as we're discussing ideas. And then I'm going to just, touch on something here that we talked about, all these father figures, because this keeps coming up on this space when we talk about children needing father figures, and we make it, seem as if, males are this sort of like a superior, sort of a superior half of the family. I don't hear anyone saying, oh, children need, mother figures in their life. It's just like it's assumed. Yes, you should be there. A child just doesn't come from a mom alone. It comes from, two people. And of course, it's nice to have two people raise a child. Now, the issue on why, these single parents and kids, the issue why the struggle is, I think we're confusing an association here with causation. Yes, automatically speaking, single parents' homes means that oftentimes the child is being raised on single income, and just by nature of itself, these kids don't have as many resources to be raised with. It's not because there's not a father that these children aren't being raised right. For example, I have a lot of friends who are, male parents' home, like gay and lesbians. They marry and they adopt. Those kids grow up and they do just fine. It's a clear example that if you have the resources, it's not just that, well, you absolutely need a father figure to grow up right. I think you need the resources, and oftentimes that is provided by being in a relationship or being in, some sort of like a marriage where you have two parents providing it.
Callistus, I'm big on stats. I'm big on facts. It may not seem like I am, but I am. The research says that men raise their children better than women. Do you say no to this? And Ima, I'm getting to you. And who is this? Wood Dweller, you had your hand up for a minute. So Calista says it's about resources. It's not about the energy. It's not about the man or the woman. It's about resources. What do you have to say, wood seller or wood beggar or wood pecker? I can't tell.
I tell it. So I'm in America, Florida actually, and I'm listening to the conversation. You brought up a lot of good points. The ladies brought up a lot of good points. But mainly, when you go out there, these ladies go out there and look for a man. They look for a man that has financial income and all that crap. And if that man is of an abusive relationship, they're going to stay there because they want that money. They want that financial security. So they choose to stay in an abusive relationship. And nobody, females on here can't tell me they would date a broke man. Nobody on here will tell me that and have a child with a broke man. So if you choose to stay in that relationship with that man, you got to know what you're getting yourself into. Now, you have a child with that man, then all of a sudden you want to put that man on child support. Now, you want to ruin that man's life because he don't want to be with you no more. This is like a double sword in America. Women in America is very abusive over here. They use the law to their full extent. You hit a woman over here, even if you don't hit a woman, they go slap themselves in the bathroom, come out, call the police, you're going to jail. So when y'all talk about equal rights, thank God most of these other countries are like this, and our laws over here is fucked up to a point. A woman don't need a man over here. They believe they can have kids, but they need our sperm to have those kids. So it just fucked up. For me, if I'm in an abusive relationship, I'm getting abused by this woman. It's my dumb ass to stay in that relationship.
Mhm.
The minute that woman put her hand on me the first time, I am out the door.
Yep.
That's it. I'm
Yep.
done.
Yep.
Now, if I choose to stay there, I'm the dumb.
You are
must be
thick
having
as
something
fuck.
that to support me.
Yep.
She's taking care of me. She's providing for me. So I choose to stay there. There's no if and but. She can't go nowhere else. She can't do this. So you, as a woman, didn't decide to study in school. Didn't decide to do nothing but look for a man with money. So this was your goal in life. So when people get on here, especially these young, educated black women on here, they talking about they could have got out of the relationship. They could have did this. Oh, they're gonna get killed. So you don't think your life is more important in staying in that relationship for 4 years and getting beat like a rag doll? So because you want financial security? You crazy.
Shit.
You must be smoking crack or something. You really is crazy. And another thing I want to touch base on is about you want to go out here. Okay, you go mess with this dude. He's out there wearing big chain, driving fancy cars. You go lie down in the bed with him and have a kid with him, right? You're the one who chooses to go mess with that dude with that fancy car. And you probably have like 10 baby mamas out there. Now, this is how it works now. Now reverse it on us guys. We have 3 kids at home. Y'all females ain't looking at us. Y'all not even touching us with a long stick. So why should we look at y'all?
Woof, 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 woof. I can smell the grass buds.
there.
I can smell the grass buds from AC Taylor.
What are you talking about?
Hi, I was told that I could speak, but
So yes,
Taylor
Wood Dweller,
spoke before me? Yes.
Wood Dweller.
Hi.
This is your chance. Take it away, Wood Dweller.
Hi, Andrew. First of all, I just want to say I love all the accents. I'm in the United States as well,
Yes.
and I'm in North Carolina, which is the South, okay?
All
And
right.
I've been dying to talk about my situation here because I've been hearing a lot of very rageful masculine voices here, which is not scary because I'll have you know that my children's father is Ethiopian, okay?
All right.
And a lot of you know that that is in East Africa. And I got with him almost 10 years ago because he gave me the impression that he was very traditional. I learned his culture. I sat in front of his aunt and his mother and his sister, and I did the traditional thing because why? I'm a Southern Black woman, and I know how to be a traditional woman. At the same notion, I was promised a marriage. I was promised a bright future, but in that case, I was lied to, and now we have 2 children. I have not dated because I'm pretty sure if you men know where he's from, you know what kind of man he is. So, no, I'm not allowed to date, even though we're not together. And, yes, he was abusive, closer to the earlier portion of the relationship. And therefore, I did leave. My aunt now, she's been dead for, I'm 30, so she's been dead for 29 years attempting to leave her abuser. He actually cut her in the throat with a garden tool the day that she was leaving on the plane, but first she visited her best friend, and her best friend's boyfriend called the ex-boyfriend she was trying to leave that night, and he came over and killed her before she got on the plane. It's really sad that I'm hearing a lot of men here get rageful. None of the women sound rageful to me. They sound as though they want their voices to be heard, which is totally understandable. But I'm at a point now where, I've been trying to teach my children Amharic. I only speak English. But I've been trying to give them their culture because that is something that all of you, I'm not going to say all of you, but a good portion of you have that I wish I had. I don't have a second language because, as you know, the people here, a lot of Black people here, of course, we were sold in, the slave trade. I'm sorry, my voice is shaky. I'm a little shy. But, yeah, it doesn't always happen that way. I know that I'm not going to be dating, and that's not an important thing on my list to do. I am going to be taking care of my children. Their father is in their life. He's a very traditional man in that sense. But
As far as the abuse and anger and the treatment over the years, mental health plays a big role in that. And when you don't raise your daughters to love themselves, they want to get that male validation from other men. And when you don't raise your sons to love themselves, they will want to go and validate their manhood by being physical with as many women as possible because they'll think that it gives them power. But it does not. It does not. And my nickname, Wood Dweller, I'm an artist. So I do makeup. I do costume design. I do prosthetics. And so that's where my nickname comes from.
All right.
Because the woods give me tranquility. So I know you were kind of picking on it earlier, but I just wanted to let you know.
All
Thank
right.
you, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.
Can I say something real quick?
Yes,
Can I say
George.
something real quick off topic? Andrew?
Yes, of course.
Do you speak Spanish?
I do not. A lot of people think that I'm Dominican, but sometimes when I straighten my hair or when I have my fro, and a lot of people also think I'm Ethiopian, but I'm not. I'm American, Southern American. We do have things mixed in our family like Irish and things like that, but no, I'm black.
All right. Black people need to learn another language without having the excuse that they are slaves. That's why they don't.
No, I okay. It's not that
So,
I'm not going to learn another
This
language,
is
but it's
completely
not
off topic. But this notion that people keep holding on to.
No,
oh,
you
we are
can't
like
tell
this
me
because
who.
they are like this.
You can't tell
My
me
point
that
is-
my history of
my
my
point-
grandfather not knowing how to spell his own name and my mom having to teach him how to read because he had to go pick cotton in elementary school. You can't tell me that that's not my family history. I'm sorry, but you can't. And that's my grandfather. That's my mother's father. My mother is still alive. She's 51. She had to teach her father how to read and write. Now, I understand a lot of African countries go through things and then they come to the States to try to tell American black people how they should feel, but you cannot. It is a difference. My children their grandfather is from Addis Ababa, okay? But he had to flee Addis Ababa from war so that he wouldn't be in the war. I understand that, even though that's not
Okay.
my family lineage. So you
Can
should
I say
understand that you can't tell me how my family lineage should be.
All right.
This is,
George.
this is my point because I want to put this to rest. You went all the way back into saying somebody in your family was not white man's education literacy. We also have grandparents who never went to school, and we speak at the very least three languages. We come into this country and we learn Spanish. So you cannot say the reason I cannot learn a different language is because 400 years ago my people came here and now I'm stuck with one language. It has nothing to do with slavery. So get over that.
Josh, so what language do you want her to learn? Like,
No,
what
I was
language exactly?
I was disregarding the fact that she's blaming Black Americans in America, Black Americans' history as the reason she does not speak another language. That's not an excuse. Simple as that.
All right. We're moving away from the main discussion. Ima, before we left, before this whole thing just went down, you were saying something. Do you want to finish what you were saying, Ima?
Before you went off, I already finished what I was saying.
Oh, you
I
did?
finished what I was. Yes, you were off.
Oh man, sorry about that. I didn't get to hear you, but my point was that if a lady is going to stay in an abusive relationship, then she must take some responsibility about that abusive relationship. Thank you very much, Ima. Let me just read something
hold
here.
on, Andrew. Hold on, Andrew. She can't take responsibility for staying in that abusive relationship because, like I said, for the most part, some women just can't stop. Right? It's almost I don't know if it's almost like they're trapped in that relationship, and that may just be the only person that they know, and some may not even have where to go. So it's difficult. And someone has talked about how when some women try to leave, they could get killed. Right? So
All right, Ima, I have something I want to read to you. Just quick, fast, right?
Okay.
A recent study by Harvard Medical School conducted a survey of 11,000 men and women and found that 50% of the violence was reciprocal. I hope you all know what reciprocal means. Both men and women also took responsibility for being equally violent in the heat of passion. The Harvard study found that when violence was one-sided, meaning unprovoked, both men and women themselves who took the study said 70% of the time it was the women who committed violence against the men. 70% of the time it was the women who committed violence against the men. Another study by the American Psychiatric Association that backs the Harvard Medical School study was published by whatever, says when it comes to non-reciprocal violence between intimate partners, women are more often the perpetrators. So when a woman says she was in a violent relationship for 4 years and couldn't leave, then we are looking at the stats and wondering, what the fuck are you talking about? You see, many of us have been in relationships. Me, everybody, Gift, George, every man who has been here apart from Callistas. We've been in relationships and we know that most of the time when there's going to be violence in that house, when there's going to be noise, when there's going to be an argument, it is going to be started by the woman. Men don't just walk into the house and decide to pick a fight unless that man is mad. And what are you doing with a mad woman? Now, my point was, if you as a woman can stay with a madman for 4 years, you should not be allowed to go back into the dating pool. You should not be allowed to make any other decisions. In fact, they should take your driver's license away because there's something psychologically wrong with you. They need to put you in a straitjacket, quick, fast, minus slow, until we make sure that you can make better decisions in life. Are we together? Because you cannot stay with a man who's violent for 4 years. Then you must have some deep-seated psychological issues that have fucked you up so much that you should not even be allowed to have a child. They should tie your tubes, and if you have a child, that child needs to be given up for adoption to the father of, the man who impregnated you. So yes, I know it sounds very harsh, but this is the truth of the matter. We cannot keep shifting the blame from one person to the next. I said this: if men, you have ever impregnated a woman and you have babies out there, raise your children. When your children grow up, maybe you can get back into the dating pool. Same thing with women. When your children grow up and they leave the house, maybe then you can go back to dating when you're 50, to date a 70 or 80-year-old man, whatever you decide. But right now, when the child is still growing, you need to make sure that this child has the best environment to grow. Now, who's here? Julian, jump into this one quick, fast.
What's up, bro?
Hey, what's up?
No,
bro?
hey, not shit. No, I was just saying that bro, I'm right there on board with you in terms of not only them staying with not only those abusing statistics, but also my personal experience. I'm in America. I'm in Georgia, and pretty much, and I'm in university right now, so I've had experience with it. Almost every single woman that I've gotten into with, that's been what you call woke. I've never met a more life sucking procedure, because all they do. Wokeness is legit a synonym for killing fun. Like, the reason why Andrew's so funny, the host on here, is he do not give a fuck. He do not give a fuck about nothing. And what wokeness is I don't know if you've experienced it in America, but wokeness is pretty much women who just find everything to victimize themselves over any discussion. They look for things to victimize themselves. They look to complain, look to want. And the worst thing is the main fabric of it, the main discussion of wokeness, is that they try, we in America, we have this big thing with women. They talk about toxic masculinity and men being obnoxious and shit. And it's really just, if a man takes the lead, if he takes the lead in discussion, becomes the leader, they say, oh, he's speaking over me. Oh, it's toxic. And they pretty much just suck the soul out you. And that's the thing that in university what I won't allow and what Andrew doesn't allow, even these discussions. And that's why we want to have fun. That's what our thing is. We want to have fun, love, family and friends,
So why don't
or
you
do
pray
or
another
die. And so when you just do your masculine energy, and they do their woke shit and say, oh, you're being, that's the shit that sucks your soul out of. And I don't know if you've seen this, Andrew, but they're trying to do that shit abroad. They're trying to take that shit to y'all. Because the New York Times just last week, they said wokeness is going to take over the world, and we're going to promote that shit all over. So pretty much what you're going to see around you, Andrew, is a promotion. It started in the U.S. It's going to go over to y'all, and it's pretty much a bunch of soul-sucking woke women who not going to let you have fun, who going to victimize themselves over everything. And they're going to try to take over your culture where you can't be a man, because being a man being a man is a crime now, and you're not, and not a crime, but being a man, you should be a feminine man. That's what they want at the end of the day. That's what they're promoting. They want feminine man because they scared of what real men can do, and that's what woke women do, and that's why never date a woke woman, because you right there, you're gonna be miserable, and at the end they're gonna take you to family court, and they're gonna take your kids just cause you're not a bitch, and that's why never date a woke woman. And Andrew, watch out overseas. Don't let them take that. Don't let them take that overseas to you, because you real as you can, and I wouldn't want a nation of Andrew and people like Andrew changing for worse, platinizing or appeasing woke women, because that would be hell right there, in my opinion.
All right. Thank you, Julian. Julian has, man, how old are you, man? You sound like a man who has been through it all, man. Thank you very much, Julian, for giving us that perspective.
Yeah, I'm 23. I'm in my last year of university.
Man. Which university are you in?
I'm from, I go to HBCU in Georgia.
Man, thank you, Julian. Thank you for being so level-headed.
I appreciate it.
This is what
Always
we need
good
to
talk
hear.
to you.
All right. All right. Babe, are you there? Babe, I want you to jump onto this one. Do you think dating a woke woman is a problem? It's a problem. Babe is probably beating her husband.
Hey,
Shut up! Shut up!
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
No, baby. Hey, everybody. I hope you all are good. I'm fine on this end, just working. Now, Tyler, or whoever your name is, you said that women want to stay.
We are losing, babe.
It's not just me again? All right. Babe, are you there?
Anybody can hear, babe?
No.
All right, babe is busy washing her husband's
Come
underwear.
back, babe.
Yeah.
Babe, come back.
Baby, come back. No, she's busy. Let's jump to.
Women,
Are you there?
abusive relationship,
Oh,
and because what do you say? Because they don't want to work. So,
Babe, go to the roof. Go to the rooftop.
Sarah,
Go to the rooftop.
where
babe.
will you get a job now? What do you call without certificates or whatever?
Babe,
university
we are having
courses.
trouble hearing.
On the other end, this is putting a woman on a fix because you can say.
Babe, we are losing you.
I think Babe's anger is getting into the network. Babe, just relax. Relax, babe. Don't be so annoyed. Cool down.
Mwambie apande mti.
Panda mti, babe. Who is this? C. Nafula, are you there? C. Nafula and Callistas. I also want to hear your opinion. But Callistas, take.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And Yasin,
I don't know if you have-
Yasin, I'll be back to you.
Yeah, I don't know whether you had another question for me, but I just want to dispute something you said on here, Andrew. You said, every man on here has been in a relationship except Callistus. Well, I have been in multiple long-term relationships. I have never been married, if that's what you're referring to.
Yes.
True.
Yes.
That's fine. I have never been married. And then, I just want to talk about Julian. Julian comes up here and he says, well, no one should ever date a woke woman. I think you should just speak for yourself. If you don't want to date a woke woman, that's fine. That's your personal choice. But you can't then
go ahead and tell everyone else like they shouldn't date woke women. I am okay dating a woman that I think their values align with mine. They treat me with respect. I can treat them with respect, and we have a mutual understanding. And if that woman happens to be woke, fine. That's my choice.
What has happened to your past woke women, Doctor?
What do you mean by what has happened to my past?
No, you are past woke women. It seems that you are attracted to woke women.
I'm not saying that I'm attracted. I go out there and I say I'm looking for a woke woman. I like a woman who is very intellectual, can have a very intellectual conversation that I think I can participate in. I don't go out there and say, "Oh, I want a woke woman." It's not a criteria that I look for. But I think women who are well educated and very literate, they tend to stand for themselves. They tend to not take this bullshit that gets preached around here. And I'm attracted to that. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with a successful woman. I'm even okay if a woman, makes more than me. It may not happen that often, but
I was just curious what happens to those women because they are not on the record.
Well, I don't. This is social media, and I'm not gonna get very deeply into my personal life. But
there's something there about the women you choose to date and what happens to those as some go.
Well, I don't think it's I don't think it's unusual you don't have to marry the first or second person that you date. There's a reason why it's dating, right? You stay with someone. You assess someone for a period of time, and you get to make the decision whether you feel like this is someone you want to spend the rest of your life with. And she is making the same decision as well. And if at the end of the day we decide that we don't think that's the path to go, I mean that's the case. It wasn't about the woman being too intelligent or being woke or being a feminist. No, it was never about any of those points.
All right.
Are you still in Africa?
Well, I'm visiting Africa for a few days. Yes, I'm actually in Nigeria now, but I'm going back in 2 days.
You might want to try a real woman who is in there for the right reasons, not necessarily somebody who is going to talk about your job, but somebody who's going to talk about family values.
Well, not really. I don't have to. I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that. And I'm sorry, George. I don't
all right. George and Calista, so let us give Rithabile. Is it Rithabile? Rithabile, are you there?
Yeah, I'm not sure if you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you. Just go ahead. Dating a woke woman, is it a good idea or a bad idea? Or is it a terrible, horrible, diabolic idea?
Oh, no, it's actually a very good idea.
Mm-hmm. That's it? If you want to talk, please go to the rooftop. I want to hear what you have to say. Yasin, jump into this one as Rithabile gets back his internet.
Okay, Kibe. I have a problem with, is it Callistas?
Callistas, yes.
I think you're being hypocritical because you cannot go down on Julian and tell him not to advocate for what he believes in, while you guys you are doing the same thing. You're trying to push an ideology that we don't want, or some of us we don't want, and that is the same thing that happened. Yesterday we had women who came to this space, and they say they are comfortable being housewives, but you come and say that they are being oppressed. So why are you trying to convince someone who does not have a problem with the life that they choose, and you are trying to tell them that they shouldn't be like that? So don't be hypocritical. Now, let me go to that lady that was saying that she was in a relationship for 4 years. I'm saying if you're in a relationship for 4 years and you are not able to know your partner, then that power for choosing a partner should be taken away from you and should be given to your daddy or someone else because you are not capable of making the right decision. So like a child, children are not given the power to make decisions because they make fucked up decisions.
Yeah.
So amen. It should not be given. You should not be given the power to make those decisions because through your past, we have seen the record. You are making wrong choices.
Yes.
People like that.
Yes, Yasin, yes, comes back strong.
Yeah, hey, I'm sorry. Can I respond to that because he mentioned my name?
He mentioned your name. Respond.
Yes. To be clear, I did not tell Julian what to do. All I said was, if you do not want to date a woke woman, don't go around telling people to not do that. That's your choice. If I want to date a woman,
we have organizations, female organizations, and they're trying to push their ideology on us. So if Julian and me and other guys decide that we do not want that, we are pushing for our own ideology. Why should we be treated as if we are being villainized, as if you're the bad people?
I don't think you're being a villain. I don't think you're being a bad person. I just don't think that's a position that I agree with. And if that's your position, I mean, I respectfully disagree with you. And then you brought the example of, when a woman comes here and say that, yes, they want to be loyal, yes, they want to be submissive in a relationship, why are we telling them they can't do that? And I will bring another example to tell you why I think that's problematic, okay? We're going down a rabbit hole. It's the same thing when you look at slavery, okay? Black people in America have been suppressed for so long that all of a sudden they then believe it themselves that they are not smart enough. They believe it themselves that they are not creative enough and that they are not good enough to hold leadership positions. And when they express that view, okay, even you are a white man or whoever you are, I want you to be able to stand up and say, you know what? No, I know you think you are not smart enough, but you are. And it's the same thing here because men have, for a very long time, traditionally have oppressed women and have forced them to be in these roles that they have then grown to see this as being the only thing that they can do. And when they come here and they tell you the same thing, I want you to stand up here and say, no, you're better than that. You can do more than that. And
all right.
It's the same exact same thing that has happened with slave trade.
Women had the
Wait, Yasin, wait. Yasin, wait. Callistus, wait. I want to bring in everybody into this discussion. Miles Morgan, you've been here for a minute. What do you have to say, Miles Morgan?
Oh, thank you, everybody. And actually, it's morning over here. I've been on this place for like an hour now.
Okay.
First of all, I will get to what this last speaker just said. But first of all, I want to say, dating a woke woman, when you mean woke, it's actually maybe you should have your reasons, maybe what she meant or what she means by being woke. First of all, I think we have a particular agenda that is fighting against masculinity, which is a very big problem now. First of all, talking about this slavery, that Africa has always been a very big nation, a very big continent when it comes to supporting of women. Women, we are kings. Women, we are queens. Women, we are leaders in the African dynasty. Like women, we are too powerful during our time until the Westerners invaded Africa. The Westerners don't respect their women. It is recently now that the government is trying to input women to the workforce by separating the family and the family system. That is the key. You guys need to understand this. I try to read some articles. I don't know the sources. I don't keep sources to mind, but when I read them, I understand exactly what they're trying to say. It's more like they are against the family unit. That family, a man having, because when a man is married and has kids, there is a sense of responsibility that comes to him. There's a sense of power that comes to him.
Mm-hmm.
That they are actually fighting that.
Mm-hmm.
They are against that.
Mm-hmm.
That unit of a man having that sole responsibility, a sole provider, a lover of a man that takes care of his family, that loves his wife.
Mm-hmm.
Now, look at what they did. They brought in the notion that if a man is leading you, he's oppressing you.
Yes.
Now, I want to say something. There is I'm not trying to degrade women here, but I feel there's a sense of mentality that women follow. Women always have this mentality of they follow people without actually wanting. They follow people emotionally without thinking logically.
Mm.
Now, if we ask questions,
If you ask a woman and you ask her and she says she wants to be a traditional woman, which means she wants to be a housewife, a man taking care of her, women see her as being oppressed or a slave.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is a very, 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 very disgusting answer from the women that are attacking that woman because she wants to be a slave. In Nigeria, what they call women like that are the pick-me. Pick-me means a woman that wants to be picked by men.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas they are trying to play on the woman's mentality for her being generally insecure about being a traditional wife, which is very, very wrong. There's nothing wrong being a traditional wife. Nothing wrong at all. I think this level of being woke we are in, it's a very big problem. The dating pool has become crazy. Look at the likes of Future, a rapper in America.
Yes.
Look at the likes of NBA Youngboy. How is NBA Youngboy is not even up to 25 years? How many baby mamas do we have?
Yep.
He has close to 10 baby mamas with different kids. Look at Future. Future even has a child with Ciara, who is married to another man recently. We talk about this things like I think it's not the choices the women make. Women go to these men and go and sleep with them because they are celebrities.
Yes.
For the fact of financial security they get from these men. We don't ask those questions. You going there, why did you go to sleep with this man? You know the kind of man.
Yes.
Man, you go there and you sleep with him because you feel he has money and he has status. Then your name will be. We don't ask these questions. We always want to paint the case like the woman is in abusive marriage. We ask her to leave. There's something a lady here, Ima, said. Actually, yes, she said it somehow. Some women actually find it difficult to leave a toxic relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you an example. A friend of mine dated a girl, very cool guy. The guy's an engineer. He was well-to-do. He did, like in terms of quality, he didn't lack anything because as a man. But he dated this girl. Do you know why this girl broke up with him? She said, anytime she comes up with an issue, wants to quarrel with the guy, he doesn't love quarreling. Like he doesn't want to always quarrel with her. I'm telling you how.
Are you serious?
It's a very big problem. Women are actually drawn to toxicity.
Yeah.
You guys need to know this. It's not as if maybe I'm being bad or I want to go against the women. No, I'm just being truth as it is. No matter what it is.
So
women, they will tell you, when you ask them, they just will tell you that it's part of the relationship. It's crazy. We're in the crazy world that you guys need to know. Listen very carefully. No matter how woke, no matter how dating or powerful a woman she is, never you allow her talk over you or dominate you. I'm telling you, because it is just the way it is. The moment a woman has, let me tell you, I'm not telling you because I have it. This is not hatred. It is just the truth. A woman cannot lead you as a man, no matter what you do.
Yeah.
It is not slavery. It is not a woman that leads you as a man automatically detests you. You don't even know that.
Preach, Chairman.
Naturally, because she sees your role as a man being subdued. Know this and know peace. It is not quarrel. It's not slavery. It's not anger. It's the pure truth. A man must lead. A woman must follow. No matter what you do. I am using Abdin as my father and my mother. Once my father says something, my mother wants to ask, and my mother wants to go against that. Instead of her to go against that, she goes and says, Daddy, can't we do this like this? My father tries to reason that stuff logically. If it's okay, they go with it. That is where the woman comes in as a supporter. Know this, there is nothing like slavery. This is why the government just. In short, I read a book. I would have loved to send him that book, but later I'll talk about it. There's a book that actually brought up this. This is like the third wave of feminism we have now. It's a very big issue. This issue of men are subduing women. What statistics shows women have more degree than men now. Statistics show women are going to school more than men. Women are in the tech industries. Women are in the science industry. More scientists now are women. Men, what I don't understand, in college degrees, women have more. I don't understand where they're talking about this subduing. When I look at it, let me tell you the core factor, the problem we have is the Westerners. Listen, marriage was so sacred in Africa that we had that women were too powerful. They were like eggs. We didn't allow them to do things, to do bad things. Like, we were always cautious of our women. We take care of them today. In Africa, read your history, man. We were too strong until the Westerners came, so that we were respecting women too much.
All right.
Giving women too much power.
Miles, thank you.
No such thing. You come to America, there's going to be women that make more money than men, and we still treat our men good.
Listen carefully. Let me tell you,
which America are you talking about, Maya?
Wait, let me finish. Andre,
the United States, where all y'all want to come
America.
to. The United States of America.
Let me tell you that I'm not against the country. That America is the worst country to raise a child.
Worst.
Never. You can't raise a child. Don't raise a child in America.
Then why y'all keep trying to come here if it's so bad?
Who is the we?
As soon as y'all get a chance, y'all run over here.
I am a proud African. I'm a citizen of India. I don't need to come to America for anything. Let me tell you the truth. Why Africans are coming out of their nations, coming to other countries.
Because y'all are tired of being treated like shit, and y'all want to have some freedom. Y'all don't have no freedom where y'all live at, and y'all ain't making no money.
Freedom. The life expectancy of the average American depends on the mood of the police. What are you talking about?
It depends on what?
On the mood of the police, in America. How many blacks have been killed? Listen. When you want to talk
many
about
blacks
facts,
make more money?
Listen. When it comes to financial aspect, yes, I agree. America, they have a lot of major money inflow. We agree about that. The currency exchange rate is higher than the African currency. I'm not disputing that. But when it comes to family value, America is below line, zero. They have nothing to offer when it comes to
all right, Miles. Wait, hold up, Miles. I want to bring Malome. Malome, are you there?
Andrew. Whoo, I've been listening to this conversation, and I just want to say, I think when we speak about the woke woman aspect, we need to be honest. I remember going to a space after you had yours a couple of days ago.
Yes.
And literally, I sat in that space for I think an hour, listening to females bash other females. Andrew, it was disgusting. I mean, this woman started off by literally saying, feminism is not there to bash men or women. But did you say you pygmies? You pygmies are the problem. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
Thank God someone has said it.
What the hell is going on? So now, women come on
the truth, bro.
Women come on these spaces. And we gotta understand, there are those who are woke who understand the history of family, of blackness. Those woke systems, those are the ones you want to keep because they understand the true essence of a family and what that brings. And then you get the noisemakers here. The noisemakers, I was listening to one, as I was listening, they started saying, you know what, we don't really hate men. I mean, if I had one right now, I'd fuck you. I'm like, what crazy talk is this?
Listen, brother, you guys need to understand the nature of women. The moment you understand the nature of a woman, you are a step ahead. It's not hate. Just know this. That's all.
Miles.
1 minute.
No, Miles, wait. No, I want Malome to finish. Miles, be patient. Be patient, Miles. Malome, can you finish your thinking?
No, sure. So when I was listening to that conversation, when they're saying that, you know what, I don't need a man. I've got men that are lining up. They're coming to talk to me. Do you understand how degrading that is? These are women that are outrightly, and this is not to shun on women, but these are the women that are coming here. They're saying they want respect, they want to be heard, but at the same time, they contradict themselves in the same rooms. They try.
Why can't we talk to multiple men? Y'all talk to multiple women. It's a part of dating. We don't have to just settle down and get married after the first person. That's not how it works.
I've got an argument for you, Mia. In that case, I've got an argument for you.
What's that?
What value does dating bring to you as a woman? Answer that question.
The value of it, you learn yourself, you learn that person, and then eventually, if it's the right person, then you guys get married and create a family together.
So let me. I hear your answer. Now, what dating does to women come out with trauma. Women
Why? Why do you think a
Mia,
woman? Okay,
wait.
so what do men come
Wait.
out with? You don't think men come out traumatized sometimes?
Mia, wait. So, as I was saying, when you look at women who are dating, there's something we just spoke about now. We spoke about people who stay in their relationships even though they're abusive, right? And then this then comes to the question of when it comes to accountability and responsibility, whenever we have to talk about this, for some reason we throw it out the window. We throw it completely out the window and
So
we say,
who
you know
is
what? Wait,
accountable?
Mia,
Who
wait,
has
Mia,
to be held
wait.
accountable for abusive
Andrew, can you mute
relationships?
this woman, please?
Mia,
This is what I'm
I
saying.
will give you a
Listen,
chance once he asks you the
Oh.
question. Just be easy.
Yeah. So as I was saying, when it comes to responsibilities, this is your life. I know for a fact if somebody is threatening my life, I'm gonna make a decision. But for some reason, when it comes to women, we tend to say, okay, cool, it's the man's fault, and as well, it's sort of like not really the woman's fault. We never, for some reason, we muddy the water when we have to talk about the reality. And you know what happens when we don't face these things? We see the things that are happening. People are being killed. People are doing things. And then who do we blame at the end of the day? We never blame ourselves. We never look at the people. We never look in the mirror. And remember, you're a reflection of your people you've dated. If you knew that motherfucker was crazy when you dated him, you knew that motherfucker was crazy when you were sleeping with him. But guess what? You still chose to stay with him. And this is the other thing I worry about my sisters. I worry about that. And that's why when I speak about responsibilities, I once heard a conversation where it says the black female attitude is the one thing that when you try to have a conversation or check it, people lose their minds, which is very crazy because now it means that we can't even have honest conversations. Because whenever we have honest conversations, people are triggered, as they say. And you know what triggered is? It's somebody who hasn't dealt with their emotions. That's what triggered is.
All right, Malome, I want you to ask Maya a direct question so she can answer you. What was your direct question to her?
So my question was around the dating aspect. And the reality, when I asked her around what does she get out of a relationship as a female, most of the time as men, we walk out clean. There's a reason why I'm able to sleep with 6 girls and I'm fine. You will sleep with 6 guys. But guess what? For you to sleep with those 6 guys, you're not just going to let them in. You need to understand who they are. You sort of, you end up feeling like you guys are in a relationship, but at the end of the day, you fuck buddies. And guess what? When he leaves you, you're torn, you're hurt. And then the next guy that you date, you think it's the same situation. If you notice, when we date, some of us don't come in with expectations from our past relationships. We don't do that. Because why? We don't set those expectations on you. But for some reason, because Mia was hurt by a past boyfriend, now we have to carry the burden of that.
All right, Malome.
So you think
Maya.
that men don't carry burdens? You think that men don't carry stuff over too? If you think that men are so perfect, maybe you need to be with one. Because at this point, everything that a woman does,
masculine men are.
You pussy ass bitch.
Mia, what you doing dating multiple dudes? What you getting?
Bruh, it's life. What the fuck do you want me to do? Be with one person my whole life? Like, no, you've been with more. First of all, it looks like you're in a picture with a white girl. So I'm already.
What you get is multiple
They should not be insulting, no insulting on this page.
and being a whore.
Discussing things as adults. Nobody should insult anybody. What's the meaning of pussy ass bitch?
Yeah,
We
Mia.
need to respect each other. That's why we should have conversations like this.
Amen.
Wait, hold up, guys. Hold up, guys. Maya, Julian, just wait 1 second. Maya, what do you mean he's, what's the problem with him being in a picture with a white girl? What's wrong with that?
Nothing's wrong with it.
So why did you mention it?
Because that's what I see. I see Julian.
So why would you use that as a...
Julian standing next to this white woman and don't like woke women. Like, bro, what's up? What's your question, Julian?
What's the problem with that? I'm waiting. Julian, just hold up. Why is that a problem?
Julian, what's your question to me?
Okay, all right. Hey, Mia. So, what you get for dating multiple dudes? What you get from
knowledge?
that?
I might date one dude that's a plumber. I might date one dude that's a school teacher. I might date one dude that's a drug dealer. I might date one dude that's a pastor. You learn something from everyone.
So you're being a whore.
Are you trying to get like?
Have you been with one woman your whole life?
If I'm dating them, yeah.
But them, so that means multiple times you've been in multiple relationships, right?
Oh,
But I don't
okay,
give that.
Julian. Next person. Who's the next first question?
All right, guys. Let's have some order in this. Let's go in order and find exactly a real reason as to. I see there's attorney at law. Have you been here for a minute, attorney at law? Did you want to speak?
I'm just, or maybe I need some clarity before I get involved, because I think there's a lot of issues that have been touched everywhere.
Yes.
Maybe if I get, I mean, first question I have is, are people saying that you can't be a traditional wife when you're woke, or is there any mutual experience when it comes to woke and marriage? Also, secondly, what is the definition of woke? Because I think if we're going to go to the definition of what woke is, you probably sound like a dick if you say you don't want to date the woke woman. But I think the problem here is that people got their own definitions that we have not all agreed on, and so we're just missing each other into the argument. I'm not trying to fight with anybody, but I think that's where, I mean, if a woke person is any person who's alert about the injustices around, then what is the problem with dating such a person who's aware of the injustices that are around them? I mean,
Good job. But the problem is that these people are not, they're not American, so they don't understand what it means to be woke.
Mia, relax. You wait for me to speak, and when I'm done, you will speak. Relax. Okay? Just relax. So, essentially, this is where we are, because if we're trying to have an honest conversation about these issues that relate to relationship dynamics, we ought to have created strict parameters that we all agreed upon. Otherwise, we will miss each other when we're discussing these issues. And if there isn't, if we're taking ourselves serious in this space, then we should all be agreeing as to where and what we're talking about. I mean, are we saying that a woke woman can't be in a marriage, or what is a woke woman for that matter, and what's different from a woke woman to a woke man? And these injustices, they're not that much different. They're all prejudices like racism, So if a black person is able to be woke around issues such as racism, whether subtle or not, does that make that person inherently a bad person? The same with women who are able to see patriarchy around it, see abuse, emotional abuse and all those things. Is that a bad thing? I understand that there are people who are extremists, but I don't think that we could have a whole topic on New Year's Eve in South Africa, for that matter, just talking about this time zone I'm in, just to talk about extremist people, right? Like, extremist people exist in every ideology that is there, but I don't think that those would be the main topic where we're having. So just to conclude for now, I just need a definition of what a woke woman is, and I'll be back. Thanks.
All right. Thank you. Attorney at law, Zach. I think your name is Zach. An apologetic black woman. You've been here for a minute. Do you want to speak, or should we give you a chance to somebody else?
Hi, Andrew. Morning, everybody. Actually, when I picked up the mic, I wanted to specifically respond. I think the gentleman's name was John. He had a Nigerian flag on his handle.
Yes.
He spoke a lot about women being emotionally manipulated into relationships, and he also spoke about single mothers needing to be loved and needing stepfathers for their children and a whole lot of other things. So what I wanted to actually say to all the women as well that have spoken is that as people, and more especially as women, we need to stop this victim mentality, because we control access to sex. That's one thing. For decades, we've been fighting for this gender equality, to be seen as being equally intelligent to men. But the minute we start making bad choices, instead of taking accountability and being the equal partners that we've been fighting to be, we suddenly want to play the victim mindset. I don't understand that. Like, please, women, explain to me how it is that when suddenly you've made a bad decision, suddenly this whole thing of I'm equal to a man, I'm more intelligent, falls away and you want to play victim.
Woo! Woo!
Can I get an example of a
mad?
mistake?
Yeah,
Can I get an
shit.
example of the mistake?
Single motherhood, for instance. Single motherhood, for instance. Because
Okay.
the narrative is that when you are a single mother, it is because of a man that has played with your emotions and put
Wrong.
you in a situation that you didn't want to be in. And a lot of the single mothers out there are not taking accountability for the part that they played in making a decision to be with a man that they were not married with and ended up being a single mother. That is a mistake that suddenly is a man's problem.
Okay, so
Somebody
what if
give
I
that
was
woman
married?
a drink. Uh-huh.
What if I was married, happily married, and my husband is cheating on
But
me,
you are
cheating
not.
on me, cheating
But
on
you are
me,
not.
and we get a divorce? So now that makes me what? A single parent, right?
It makes you single because you're not married.
But
So-
who chose to get married to a cheater?
What if he didn't start cheating until after we got married?
You see, that's the victim mentality that I'm talking
That's
about.
not a victim.
Because
That can
it
really
is a
happen.
victim mentality because you chose to marry that man. And then when obviously things start going wrong, all of a sudden, no, I'm getting out of this relationship because this man is manipulating me. He wasn't manipulating you when you opened your legs to him.
Okay, and now after that he's married me, he's decided to be manipulative, and I don't have to deal with it. Where do
That
you
is
live
your
at?
choice. But
Okay
I live
then.
in South
So
Africa. I live in South
exactly. So because you live in Africa, I don't even understand. We won't even be seeing the same way because the freedoms that I have as an American woman, I don't have to deal with those things. I don't have to
Can
deal with
I say
those
something in
things.
this conversation, man?
Can I just ask Mia something?
Go ahead.
Have you been to South Africa or any country in South Africa for that matter?
No, I like my freedom.
Ah,
Okay,
come on.
Now y'all
Come
see
on.
the difference.
I'm not even gonna.
Now y'all see the difference. God-loving women in South Africa and the whores we got here in America.
Could I say something? Could I
Just
talk?
one
I've
second.
been telling y'all.
They still slaves in
this.
Africa. Those women in Africa don't have a mind of their own. They're not able to do anything. They feel like they have to stay with the man that abuses
Oh, what a
them.
load of
They feel like they
bullshit.
can't be single mothers.
Kibe,
They
What a-
that's why
can't
I've always
date.
said
They can't do shit. They're miserable. They'll stay in a relationship and get beat on. They're miserable.
Mia, can I offer you a plane ticket to come to South Africa? I'll accommodate you at my house.
Hell
and I'll show
no! You ain't
that we
gonna
are at
have
the
me
same
down there
level.
being a slave to no man. No ma'am. No
Meanwhile, you getting fucked by
No,
Okay,
thank you.
okay, guys. I want Gift to speak then. I think, Julian, you've been having your hand up for a minute. Gift, what do you have to say?
Kibe.
Bro, I wasn't even remember what I was doing earlier.
Julian,
It's crazy.
Julian, 1 second. Let's have Gift, then you can come on.
I just want to say just one statement. You know, the one thing Americans, whatever they call themselves, need to understand. There's nothing like an African American. It's either you're African or you're black. Don't ever.
Yeah, we're black. I always said
listen,
that. Black
woman,
American.
just when an African man is speaking, you keep quiet.
Fuck that shit. Suck my dick,
Listen.
you African cocksucker. Go get you a motherfucking man to suck his
And
dick.
that's why you're
Because that's
single.
what you like to do. Suck
Listen,
dick.
woman.
Come to America, bitch.
You stupid woman. Listen.
Andrew, I said
Bitch, I make more money than you, bitch. You're stupid.
With respect, you see what I said? The
People need
words
to
and
understand.
insults shouldn't be on this stage. Remove her from the speaker. She has no respect. We respect each other when we have opinions. We have different opinions doesn't mean we should insult each other.
The
If
same
you
thing
insult
Miles was
anybody,
saying.
you will be dropped, please.
Thank you, Miles.
Miles
Drop it
was
like
saying.
it's hard. Drop it like it's
Kibe,
hard.
The same thing Miles was saying. And I've said this every single time. These Americans are really ruining the name Africa
Yes.
by putting the word American after Africa. It's either you're black or you say, we Africans take, no Nigerian will go introduce themselves, oh, I'm African American. They'll say, I am Nigerian and I'm African. People keep, oh, Black Lives Matter. It's Black Lives Matter. It's not African Lives Matter or African American. It's black. Stay black. Don't put your customs and traditions on us. We are African men. Leave us to be.
The white people named us African American, not us. We know we're not African. Look at y'all and look at
No,
us. We know we're black.
African. All right. If you want to talk, please, we shall have some order here. We have a few minutes left. I want everybody to get a chance. Remember, we've had, I have no problem with you giving me your opinion, whatever it is. Unapologetic black woman, thank you so much for being straight to the point and asking the right question. Maya, again.
Andrew,
Yes.
Andrew, can I point out something? The reason Julian has a white woman beside him is is exactly because of the behavior and the attitude of a black woman like Mia.
Well, good. Keep on fucking them crackers because they're the only ones that's going to listen to your black ass.
Just emphasize my point. Thank you very much. That's what I needed to say.
All right.
We do not
Taylor, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm listening to the craziness. Oh my God.
Are you Taylor? Are you a bit embarrassed that the black women talk like this?
This is how they talk in America. I'm sorry to say that.
Amen. Ratchet as hell.
I am from Florida.
Shut up. You like white women. Oh my God.
Born in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
I have two side stories to tell you. Two. One is my story. One is my brother-in-law's story. My side story was before I got married for 10 years, I was out there fucking Tim, Dick, and Harry, have multiple women.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't get one girl pregnant. That girl went to the court. So because she wanted to wear the pants in the relationship. Beautiful ass girl, man. I'm talking about sexy as fuck. Skinny, beautiful. I gave her what she needs. But she still wanted to go out there and have fun, party and have fun, do whatever the hell she wanted to do. Girlfriend, not wife. This bitch chased me down with a knife. This bitch stabbed the doors because I was leaving her. This bitch called the police on me.
No way.
Guess who went to jail? Ding, ding, ding. Me. Guess who had a charge? Me. The judge looked at me, and she went in front of the judge and cried and puppy tears and all. The judge told me, oh, I have to stay in the house with her. If the police is called, I will be going to jail. Because since I'm the breadwinner, and she went in there and said nothing like that happened. So she's trying to make up the story because the state took it up now. So finally we separated. That was my story. My parents got involved. My parents took away my right to go and find a wife. My parents found me an arranged marriage.
Mm-hmm.
I am an American. My parents are not American. They're island people. I ain't gonna say which island. So they found me a wife. We got along. She is, some days we have our ups and downs. She is a woke woman. She tells me what's on her mind. She talks to what she feels like. We go at it, we fuss at it, but we still come back together as a whole. There's no abuse in the house. There's nothing. Now, here's my brother-in-law. Not arranged marriage. He just fell in love with the girl because the girl had a nice booty and shit, my sister-in-law. The girl treated him like shit. He comes and cries to my wife, tell my wife, oh, he ain't getting no pussy. He ain't getting this. He's using the pussy as a weapon. So in America, American women, yes, they date multiple men to find the right man. But at the same time, when they do that, they destroy men like me. And then they destroy men like my brother-in-law. So what do you think he's going to do when he get out of that relationship? He's going to treat the next woman like shit. He's just going to fuck her and haul ass. And I
Period. Go have fun. Your brother need to go have fun. He need a break. He don't need to be tied down.
See, that's it. And that's how the mentality is in America.
Amen.
Shit. Malome and Miles. Miles, I'll come to you. Malome, what's up?
Sure. No, and I was listening to the conversation. It's very interesting. I think Attorney asked a very interesting question. And Attorney, maybe I'll answer from my perspective in terms of what I consider woke, right? So there's two aspects of being woke. There's the wokeness where wokeness is intertwined with feminism. And then there's wokeness of understanding the whole archaeological history of a people or of self. Now, those two people are fundamentally different because one looks at history holistically and tries to understand it up until today, which in most cases has the foundations of family at the core of it. And then you've got the recent woke sisters now who are very independent and everything is all hunky-glory and we support them. But the issue that comes with that is that because they have the loudest voice in the room, often they impose their views and they start picking on other sisters who are not of the same inclination and they start calling them other words. I mean, unapologetic black women asked a very simple question.
simple question, Mia hasn't answered it till today, is that why is it when you start dating somebody, you are happy, it's all nice. But all of a sudden, when shit hits the fan, you're the victim. I'll leave it there.
Thank you, Malome. Thank you, Malome. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. You guys have been you've made this space amazing. I want to bring in a lady who was here the other day, Lady W, before we get to the other speakers. Lady W, do you have anything to say about this conversation? I've seen you here for a minute and you've not said nothing. Do you have anything to say?
Hi, everyone. Now, every time these spaces come up, I'm sure I'm going to get annoyed. It's just that today I was very shocked by who annoyed me. Mia. You see, the reason as to why I have some sort of tolerance and skin for these men annoy us every day. Every morning they wake up to annoy us. It's just that you coming in here and acting that you are somewhat better than us because you are American. And you put me in a space where I had to agree with one of the men who said, your life depends on the mood of the police. The fact that you put me in a place whereby I have to agree with one of these men is what is eating me up today. Mia, let me tell you something. You said, I understand what you're saying and I somewhat agree with you, but the problem is you're trying to make it look like you're better than us because you happen to be an American. And that is what is bothering me. All of us all the African women who live in Africa, we are not slaves. That is issue number one. Issue number two, when you say you enjoy certain freedoms that women down here don't enjoy, that might be true, but the problem is the way in which you happen to be bringing it up, you're still putting it in that whole ranking of you happen to be better than us solely because you happen to be American. I don't know why you keep saying we all want to go there. We actually don't. As someone who has been there, right? I have a chance of living until I'm 100 down here than up there, right? Than where you people are. We watch the news. There is a reason as why you people were marching and angry with the whole Black Lives Matter movement. Mia, the chances of you waking up tomorrow and going to, I don't know, maybe Walmart or something, there's a chance of you getting shot compared to me getting up and going to my local supermarket. Yeah, I'm assured of returning home, right? The policeman
Wrong. It depends on where you live.
Hold on, let me finish, right? The policemen here are not trigger happy. That is the situation. And two, right? When you say financial freedom and financial that, personally, I happen to be an African woman. I can sing financial rings around you. I can sing financial rings around you. The fact that I live in Uganda don't make me broke. I can sing financial rings around you, if you understand what that means. So the fact that I live in Africa and you live in America, right? The whole thing of coming to this place, and like I said, these men are so annoying, but they annoy us every day. For you to come here and take my annoyance away from these men and to put it on yourself is what is annoying me. I was determined to be annoyed by this man. You come here, the whole, oh my God, Africans, Americans, slavery. Which slavery? We are not slaves.
You can be your money over there is nothing over here. That's number one. And number two, I'm not saying that I'm better than y'all because I'm here. I'm just saying the view that those men over there have would never fly over here. And thirdly, I can't tell that y'all don't want to be over here because almost every day one of y'all is asking me to marry y'all for $20,000 in citizenship.
Okay.
Continue.
You see, like I said, I agreed with everything you were saying. It's just everything you're saying just has that condescending tone of I am American. Who the fuck cares that you're American? Who genuinely cares?
Everyone in here is talking about American women. So
hold on. You see, the thing is, right? You're saying our money is not good over there. The problem is, that might be true. You see, that might be true. Given some African countries and the currencies and everything, that might be true. The thing is, if I change my small currency that doesn't have any value over there and I go into your currency, I will still dance financial rings around you. So it doesn't matter where someone lives. You understand what I mean? It truly, it doesn't matter. The situation when you come and say, oh, American, the slavery, the views these people have are their own. They are annoying, but they are their own. It has nothing to do with the fact that we are living in pain, we are living in poverty. Because you see, one of the things that asks me so much about these people who live in like these countries, you get everything on credit. And
Wrong. I have
credit,
cash.
food, credit, everything is on cars. You don't even own your own cars. That's the problem.
I
You
do.
don't
I
own
own the
it.
title to my car, sweetheart.
Oh,
I
if
have
you
a
do
title
own,
to
I'm
my
not
car.
talking about you specifically. I'm talking about how the situation is, right? We, people who live in Africa, we buy everything we have and own in cash. You understand? iPhones, we don't send them back to
Our houses are made of stone.
We get everything we have, we get in cash. So when you come here, please, when you're trying to put your views across, I do agree with you and everything you happen to be saying. The problem is, that condescending tone of, I am American, I am better. You all want to come over here because America. By the way, fuck you all and that whole nonsense of America. Nobody cares.
Lady Uganda.
Hey,
Hold on.
Lady
Yes, I'm Uganda.
W.
Yes, I am Uganda.
Lady
happen-
Uganda, I have a point to make for you.
But, hold on, George. I can make my point myself. You can. I'm near it now. Mayor, right?
No, my own point.
Listen, the truth of the matter is, right? The things that are being said and you bringing up your Americanness, trying to belittle the rest of us because of America. Please, keep that for your American space. You can go and belittle people over there. American people act me and nag me so much ever since the day when, I think it was Big Sean, I don't know what that concert in Nigeria. And the comments under there were like, oh my God, they have iPhones in Africa. Oh my God, they have Hennessy in Africa. Like, fuck you, right? Fuck you. I was not intending to, listen, I was not intending to come to this place to speak on you. But like I said, I picked up my mic solely because of you. I'm used to these men being annoying every day. But please don't come and belittle the rest of us because you're American. Nobody gives a damn. Nobody.
All right.
Well, I'm sorry that you feel like I'm belittling
ladies.
you because I'm telling you that I have a freedom to walk away from a man if I want to and to remarry and date if I want to. I'm sorry that you feel like that's belittling you. However, hearing these perspectives from these men, they are speaking based on your country. They think that women still act like that. They don't think women should date. I'm sorry, but here in America we date. And here in America we have the freedom to do what we want.
I have a question for you. Name 6 African countries. Name 6 African countries. That's if you even know Africa is a country. Name 6.
I don't know 6 African countries.
I know America. Know 6 African countries.
Remember, I'm Black American. So how you were just talking, don't try to belittle me.
You see, that is fine. The space was not about you being a Black American. It was not about that. It was not about you being Black, or it was not about American. The title says dating woke women. When you come into the space, you should have stuck to that instead of trying to belittle. You're saying we are slaves. We are suffering. Our money has no good. You cannot even name 6 African countries. You see what I'm saying? You have put me in a space whereby instead of focusing on the people who annoy me every day, I am focusing on you. Why? It's like as if you could not just skip the topic and tell them to go suck their cock sucking whatever and something without.
All right, ladies.
So this is what I wanted to point out.
Ladies. Oh, George, I will get to you in 1 second. Let's bring some order back to this space. I appreciate each and every one of you. Let's not get carried away with these conversations. George, what did you want to say? And I want unapologetic, then Julian, and then Miles to jump into this.
So what I wanted to point out is, if Miss Uganda here is annoyed by the attitude that is being displayed by this solitary, insane Black woman, just think how much so a normal human being like an apologetic Black woman is feeling, sitting there, listening to this Black woman becoming the representation of the Black women in America, which is not the case. What say you, an apologetic Black woman?
So I just wanted to say one more thing to Mia. It's not a question. It's actually a statement. You keep talking about the fact that women in America are free and all of that stuff, as if the men in America agree with you, which they don't. Because if you look at YouTube right now, the likes of Kevin Samuels, NPR, Fresh and Fit, they are all speaking, opposing the same views that you are coming to bring to us, as if everybody is unified in America thinking the same way. You are one of very few women in America that feel that way because the men are fighting against the thought mentality that you have.
Exactly.
That's all I wanted to say.
Exactly. That's what I wanted you to say. Thank you so much for proving that point.
An apologetic black woman has English. Thank you. Thank you. Gentlemen and ladies, we have a few more minutes. I want us to wrap this up. So I will give each and every person who has spoken today 30 seconds. If you want to jump into this quick, fast. Once you give me your 30 seconds, I will remove you. And if you had spoken earlier, I will also bring you back just to finish. Callistus, I see you there. Who else is here? Let's see if there's anybody else who's... Christian, I see you there as well. Anybody who had requested and anybody who has not had a chance to speak. I will give you 30 seconds. Let's start with you, attorney at law.
Look, I think the main topic, we have to agree with it. We didn't really talk about what they raised by other issues with it, and I think that, there were so many things that I want to talk about, but I don't have time. So I just want to say that hopefully in the new year, those that get to the new year, we get to have a different conversation, or the same conversation in a different time. And we will be here to attend. Let's follow each other in order to resume the conversation. And there's so many things to talk about. The other thing that they spoke about America versus Africa, those are just unnecessary. And honestly speaking, just weird. But anyway, Happy New Year. See you in the new year.
Thank you very much, attorney at law. I want to bring in, who else am I bringing in here? Yasin, you had been a speaker earlier. Just finish us with 30 seconds, Yasin. Yasin, are you awake?
Oh God, Mia. Even I will not touch on Mia because I have so much to say to her, but I don't have the time. Now, I will say we will advocate for what we believe in, and actually 2022, we will keep on advocating for men to wake up and to be men, because once that unit in the society, in the country, is men, then we will have strong countries, we will have strong society, and we will have values, and we'll bring back values. Now, the other thing I would like to just touch on is a woman that was saying the 4 years. If you're going to date someone for 4 good years and you don't know them, then trust me, actually, these are the same women who will come back and still make another mistake of keeping their baby daddy away from their children, and they want to replace their father with another. It doesn't make sense, seriously.
Thank you, Yasin. Yasin has been a big contributor all through this year. Man, we are on the last day of the year. Come on, man. Let's leave it with good vibes. Who am I going to next? Everybody who has spoken, I will get to you. Miles, I want you to speak almost last because I think you're very passionate about this. Who am I? Even Julian, even Malome. Man, who am I going to pick now? Lady W. Your contribution was very little today. What happened? Why didn't we get more of you?
Well, you people annoy me so much, right? So I was going to be in this space. I was not going to say anything. Now I do. Please, I don't want anyone to misunderstand me. I am feminist, and I agree with everything Maya was saying. I just don't like that whole superiority situation of simply because you happen to be American.
Yes.
Right? That was my problem with the whole thing. I agree with everything she said, or we should fuck many men. I agree. My problem was the whole because I am American. That was my only problem, the whole superiority situation. But other than that, yes, you people give me headache. I have made that very clear very many times. So that is why I had little to say.
Thank you, Lady W. Thank you for joining this space as usual. Again, remember, we don't have to agree on anything. This is not the kind of space where we have to convince each other that you have to cross over to see the way I see things. No, I don't want that. Taylor, are you there?
Yeah. So my opinion is everybody have a good next year. There are good women in any other country you go to, even America. You just gotta look and find the right person. There, in America, we date a lot of different people to find that right person. We are human beings. We don't all have the same opinion. But at the same time, if we bring a livelihood into this world, we got to take responsibility for that livelihood. And that's it.
Thank you, Taylor. Thank you for coming through to this space. I appreciate you, man. Who do we have? Julian, are you there?
What's up, Andrew?
Yep.
It was a boy. No, well, yeah, and I agree with you. I think we've seen from this space that the wokeness and female empowerment that they talk about is wrapped up in this. Pretty much everything she talked about this wokeness thing was about sexual freedom and sexual liberation, which is just I think everyone sees it's just a Trojan horse for degeneracy. Because she over there acting all smart. She's smarter than all these Africans. She can't name 6 African countries, but she can name 6 of the niggas she fucking employments. And it's just, I don't know. It's really just about, it's not about being smart. It's not about not doing shit. It's all about the sexual freedom and shit, sexual liberation. And what they say, a master key that unlocks every lock is a good ass key. But every lock that opens up for a key is a fucking hoe. So that's the American woman. That is a shitty ass fucking lock. And I wish we had African values back in African Americans in the United States.
You and the white woman go to Africa.
That's not my girl, dude. That's a fucking mom.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, Julian. Fuck. So Julian says that Maya, are you there?
Sir.
Yeah, he says that a door that is opened by any key is just it's not even a door. It just should be open. What do you have to say? Give me 30 seconds of fire.
I have to say thanks for allowing me to speak in this space. I'm sorry, Lady W, if you feel like I was insulting you or if I feel like I'm better than you because I'm in America. However, that was not the case. I'm just saying that the point of views are different because of where we are located on the map. I don't think I'm smarter than anyone or anything like that. And I hope you guys realize that a woke woman is a wise woman. It's a strong woman, depending on where you're at. So I'm going to leave it at that. Y'all have a happy new year.
Thank you, Maya. She says, yeah, whatever. You guys heard what she said. Malome, give me 30 seconds, please.
Andrew, I think the only thing I can say here is let's stop blaming our past relationships on other people.
Mm-hmm.
Just because your ex-boyfriend hurt you doesn't mean all of us are there to hurt you. Understand that. You are a reflection of your past relationships. It's all you. So let's take ownership going into 2022.
Yep.
Let's not blame other people for our own mistakes.
Yep.
Your legs, if you whip out your dick, make sure that you are strapped up. Make sure that you take responsibility. And women, I urge you. Don't take yourself out of taking responsibility. Let's own it in 2022. Thank you.
Thank you, Malome. I appreciate that. You've been here the whole time. There's a lady by the name of Mwenye. I want you to come back, Mwenye, and just give us 30 seconds. But before you do that, babe, are you there?
Yep, I'm here. Unapologetic, whoever. They will not pick you. They will hurt you to death and leave you to bury those fucking children alone. Anyway, that aside, Sister George, I hope uko sawa. Ladies, my girls, don't bear children you can't fucking raise on your own. Don't. At the same time, hold them responsible for their fucking kids. And at the same time, don't stay in abusive relationships. Go study. Go get that bag for yourself. Build those mansions. Build those apartments. Leave these motherfuckers that want illiterate women alone.
Thank you, babe. Says a woman who has to keep going to get to ask her boyfriend to top up. Single woman with no children, says babe. Unapologetic, I'm coming to you. Mwenye, just give me your 30 seconds. You were here earlier and I want to hear what you have to say.
Right. It's been a very interesting conversation, and I just want to big up woke women according to how a lot of us have defined it. Strong, you know what, you aware of things around you and everything. And to the gentlemen out there, love is patient, love is kind, and love is also woke. So dating a woke woman may really not bring you down, but might just raise you a notch higher. So peace and love to everyone. Happy 2022.
Thank you, Mwanya. Thank you for being decent in this space. Who is this? Miles. Miles, jump into this one quick, fast.
Okay. Thank you very much. The last time I spoke with so much passion. It was crazy because I was remembering a lot of things I read. And then, first of all, I am not against women. That's number one. Number two, I believe in women empowerment. Like, I was in a space yesterday where Ima was speaking on tech. I was so happy that I even had to follow her up. I wanted to know more about tech because I want to enter tech. Me, myself, I'm an engineer. But it's a good thing that our women are going to school and they are happy, they are empowered. Nobody wants to subdue anyone.
Mm-hmm.
I am actually against that. I can't see where a woman is, and like in Europe here, it's actually a big problem because when you see the whites making fun of the black women here, you just step in and say, what's the problem? You speak the language and say, what's the problem? They will now notice that you come to support her because they feel a little bit intimidated. I don't support that. She's our sister. Mia, who is the American lady, I can't see her on the road tomorrow and I hate her because she has a different opinion from me. No, it's not. What I need to do is I need to help her understand that, listen, that when you have a certain freedom, it's also a certain cage. Know this. It's not just freedom. I just want you to know this. It's not a problem. We need to come together as Africans, not Black American. Black American is just a word. We are Africans. We come together and sit down and talk about things that's going to benefit us. A woman being woke is not a bad thing. It is when she's being woke, disrespectful, and you now want to use the opportunity to ride over someone.
Mm-hmm.
That is wrong. I'm not saying you shouldn't be woke. I am woke. You can be woke. If I can't have a wife tomorrow and she didn't go to school. She has no college degree and she has nothing to maybe like to do. I will feel very bad. What I need to do is, if I'm in a position to help her to get to a certain stage in life, I will do that. When I project without wasting the time. That is love. Love is a sacrifice. We should also know that it's important for us in our society that as we Africans, Blacks, we need to come together. I notice we have this bad division. If I go to a space where a Kenyan, a Ugandan, a Zambian, even in my workplace, when you see two different, they always come together. First of all, they bring their differences of different African countries before coming together. It's wrong. Like, it's a big problem. We need to discuss about things like this.
Miles, you have 30 seconds. I don't know why you're going on and on. Just finish your...
Okay. The most important thing is, please, if you want to be woke, let us be woke with the right values, with the right things. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, Miles.
Happy New Year to everyone. Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
All right. Happy New Year to you, bro. Happy New Year to you, bro. Thank you very much for joining this space. I appreciate Miles. I will give Gift an apologetic, and then George, you can close it up. Gift.
Yes, my brother.
Talk to us, man.
I just want all the men to focus on themselves this in 2022. Forget about these women. Build yourself, build your character, build your own ideologies, and then these mere women, leave them behind in 2021. We don't need them. And the other thing, our American brothers, feel free to come to Africa. You can marry up to 10 women. They are all readily available.
Gift. You have to come and just... All right, Gift, are you done? All right.
Enough pissing of people for this year. And wait for them. Come on Monday. We are destroying them.
All right. Thank you, Gift. Thank you. Gift has been one of my biggest contributors. He's helped me buy a laptop for The new year. Who else is here? Unapologetic black woman. Can you just finish up for the women and just close this show up?
So, parting words for me is that the sad reality, with all these movements that keep popping up and women becoming more and more yoked, that the one that suffers the most is the black family. We really need to start having conversations about what we're teaching the generations that are coming after us, because I'm really afraid what's going to happen to our children, or what's going to happen to the women that are going to come after us, because the mentality that we have as women, it really, really scares me. And I'm more scared for the black family because we have literally destroyed it over the past decade or so. And then one more thing that I just wanted to say to Babe, my dao, I'm actually taken by a very strong, powerful black man that I am happily submitted to. And what's the name? Babe. Oh, I don't know what her name is. I don't date Sims. If you are used to dating Sims men that you can speak to in the way that you speak, then I'm sorry for you. Obviously, they're going to think you are the queen that you are actually not. I am with a black, strong, powerful man, and I'm submissive to him. And just by the way, he's actually in this space listening. So if you want to question him, he can tell you exactly that.
Woo! Woo! Wow! Shit! Whoever that man is, man, I tip my hat to you. Thank you for lending us your woman for the few minutes that we had with her. An apologetic black woman, I appreciate you. You've made this space very interesting. Thank you, gentlemen, for giving us your woman. George, give me your 30 seconds.
30 seconds. 21st century woman. She is modern, she has a career, she's educated, she's all that. And the only thing that woman cannot bring themselves to do is to take responsibility. So I just wish that this new title they have marked on their career, on their resume of being woke, would come with a sense of responsibility and not always try to be the victim in every situation that does not favor them. Thank you.
All right. This has been an amazing space. This has been an amazing time. My name is Andrew Kibe. The show has been Morning Wood in the 254. 254, please Google it. That is Kenya. I'm a Kenyan. I do not want to hear African American. You've been told to say exactly where you come from. If you're from Alabama, say I'm from Alabama. Don't say you're from Africa. We are from Africa. You are from Alabama. You're from Georgia. You're from Chicago. Wherever you are, just you're black, you're white, whatever it is you are, just admit it. Let us all enjoy where we come from. It has been real. This has been an amazing year for many, many things. The fact that you're here tells me a lot about you and that you do not mind listening to various opinions. And, I mean, it is what it is. This space, I opened it up not so that we can convince one another to change the way we are, but so that we can just talk and have these honest discussions. We are going to continue this in the new year to enjoy your new year coming, I don't know, maybe in a few hours for you. I know maybe in Australia, they're already celebrating 2023. I don't know. Who knows what happens in Australia? But for the rest of us, my time right now is 1:37. In Kenya, it is 9:37. We are operating on Kenyan time, 254 time. I appreciate each and every one of you, man. Thank you so much for joining me. I will leave you as usual. If you do so agree, no, whether you agree or not, I'm going to leave you with this song. It's Twice My Age by Shabba Ranks and Chris. Bloody New Year. Whatever it is you do, just be safe. It's been real.